Yo, what's up? First stream of the year. Well, nah, draft. Draft counts. Rondé Barber. This is the I Feel Old class.
This pass rusher is the Cowboys' sack leader. His career total of 138.5 ranks ninth all time. He also won Super Bowl 50 with the Denver Broncos. DeMarcus Ware.
You got 164 of y'all in here. Appreciate that. Browns will play pretty soon here. Zach Thomas.
One of the league's leading tacklers. Voted first team All-Pro 5 times. Zach Thomas. Coaching during a run-first era, Don Coryell forever changed offense in the NFL.
Coryell, huh?
His Chargers regularly led the league in passing, powering the team to new heights. The late Coryell is represented by his daughter, Mindy Coryell Lewis. This versatile D lineman was first-team All-Pro at both defensive end and nose tackle, and part of the Jets' famous New York Sack Exchange pass rush in the 1980s, Joe Flacco. Dallas's original Doomsday defense featured linebacker Chuck Howley. 5-time first-team All-Pro. He remains the only Super Bowl MVP from a losing team. Howley's at home in Dallas with his wife and represented here in Canton by his son, Scott. Quarterback Ken Riley played his entire career for the Cincinnati Bengals. Despite retiring 40 years ago, his 65 interceptions are still tied for fifth all-time. Riley, who passed away in 2020.
They ain't got NBC on DirecTV?
The second.
Gotta switch that YouTube TV, brother.
This longtime New York Jets quarterback earned the nickname
That's crazy.
Davis Island for his elite shutdown ability and won Super Bowl 49.
Damn, man.
Revis.
It's crazy to see Darrelle Revis like
And finally, this Iron Man left tackle
not look like the greatest corner on earth.
as much for his standout play.
Joe T.
Loyalty to Cleveland. Joe Thomas.
Headliner of his class.
Ladies and gentlemen, the 2023 Pro Football Hall of Fame enshrinees. They'll be inducted Saturday tonight, the traditional start of the NFL season.
Somebody say I got a shotgun, a beard. The Browns win the Super Bowl.
Melissa Starchi.
Let me tell you this. Let me tell you this. My days of shotgunning beer are over. Like, I don't know who made you or who told you that I still do shotgunning beer. Oh no. No. Those days are over. We got a super chat that came in from Ray Rags. Hold on. I don't have the right one in. Let me go here. Ray Rags says, I've been waiting for football. It's back, baby. Let's go. If you can't get, I think you can get the game on NFL Plus if you signed up for that. Maybe.
Excited about the Browns. They missed the playoffs the last 2 years. What are the Cleveland headlines?
You know, we talk about the Jets really going for it this season. I think the Cleveland Browns are as well. They have spent a ton of money on this offense. And traditionally, we think about them as being this running football team, plays defense, Nick Chubb, offensive line, all the things that go with it. But now it's Deshaun Watson's show. It really is. And they're going to turn this offense over to him. They're going to open things up. Will it work? Will they have the patience to stick to it? I guess we begin to see here tonight.
Talk about both teams. We'll see the newcomers, and we'll also hear from all the Hall of Famers. We'll talk to
We ain't about to begin to see nothing tonight. Deshaun ain't playing.
When you come back, DeMarcus Ware, one of the inductees, will sing the...
Professor Chaos says, hey, Q, do you have a ATA on the fantasy football? I commented on the Patreon. I'm going to let this week end. So through this weekend, I'm going to let people continue to put their name in during the fantasy football, on the fantasy football pages if they want to do it, so that I give people an appropriate amount of time. And then after this week, I'm going to make the leagues. I'm going to send the invites out. And if you're in, you're in. If you're not, you're not. You know what I mean? If I have extra spaces, because I already know I have to do 2 leagues. So if I have to do a 3rd league, and let's say we get 7 spots filled on that third league, then you got room for more people to come in. But if not, then hey, it is what it is. But I'm gonna give everybody to the end of the weekend. Oh yeah, it should be on Peacock. Should be able to stream it on the old Peacocker. Somebody said, my sister asked what I'm eating. Lazy lasagna. That's what I'm eating. Somebody said Lucky Charms. All right. Will Josh Cribbs ever be in the Hall of Fame? Probably not. They don't have for his role, it's probably not going to happen. But yeah, it's going to be interesting. We get Kellen Mond today. And DTR, so that'll be interesting to watch. Did everybody who's having an issue finding a way to watch the game find a way to watch the game? Who broadcasts? Is it still Channel 5 that broadcasts the games locally for the preseason? Do they still have that contract? Why am I getting double of that? Chris Gustafaro says, hey, Q, happy football season. Let's get that ring. Absolutely. Are y'all hearing double on that? Or is it just me? Let me. Yeah, I don't know. I was hearing double. Yeah, that's the watch party for. We could do split. That's weird. Hopefully it doesn't do that again. Yeah, I'm hoping to see a little bit of Tillman. And here we go. My cat's already interrupting the stream. Do not unplug that camera, girl.
To honor America, please remain standing as Hall of Fame class of 2023 enshrinee DeMarcus Ware performs our national anthem.
What? DeMarcus Ware about to sing the national anthem?
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and
Come on, go for it, DeMarcus. Let it trill.
As we watched were so gallantly streamed through, and his red
Oh, don't break. Stop playing with that. Stop playing with that. Go on, get down. You're gonna get put out. Oh. right, man, he tried. You know what I mean? He did his thing. You know, I mean, he a football player, y'all. Let us. Can we let DeMarcus slide? Can we let DeMarcus? Come on, he done. That's not the worst. You know what I mean? That man sacked quarterbacks. It's amazing. He can. I don't know. I don't know. It wasn't as bad as Fergie, right? You know what I mean? It was better than Fergie. It was better than Fergie, y'all. I don't know if y'all have ever been to the Browns game, but they bring out this chubby brother in this naval uniform, and that boy be killing the national anthem every time. That was not DeMarcus Ware though. He did not.
Gone to Back to the Future or to Wicked. He also attended not one, but 2 Taylor Swift concerts at his new home, MetLife Stadium. Rodgers said it all hit him at Madison Square Garden while cheering on the New York Knicks and Rangers. He looked around, saw people like Martha Stewart and Spike Lee, and thought, my life has changed. He said after spending 18 years in Green Bay, it was easy to go on autopilot. Now, everything's new. There's new juice and new energy.
He feels like he's done the right thing.
Ain't nothing new on his old ass.
3 years the Jets head coach.
You realize that Aaron Rodgers was in the prime of his career during the time that 3 of those players had their Hall of Fame career? Ain't nothing new on him. That man old as dirt. Professor Chaos says still better than Fergie. That's an accurate statement. You know what I mean?
So keep an eye on that as Hassan Hall, rookie, has gone back to deep for Cleveland to catch him.
I forgot he was on the team
Well, we
field.
waited, 172 days? Here we go. Football is back. And Ball lets it go through.
He ain't gonna be on the team no more.
Touchback, Browns. So Deshaun Watson's the one. Joshua Dobbs the backup. They're both sitting out tonight. So we see 2 young quarterbacks vying to make the team, starting with Kellen Mond. You see all the experience he had at Texas A&M, started 44 games.
So David Bell's out
Year
there.
3 in the league.
I think I see
He's
James
the third round pick of
Hudson.
the Vikings. He's only thrown 3 regular season passes. Was on the Browns roster last year.
Is DeJuan Jones big ass out there?
After training camp, he didn't play at all.
Yeah, that looked like DeJuan. I forgot about him.
Now, as the starter for this open.
All right, let's see what's up.
Third-year man, John Kelly Jr. And from the 25,
Okay, Kelly.
go up top and screen it to Kelly.
That was such a bad throw.
To the 31-yard line. That gets the game going
All right,
for the Browns.
let's go,
There's nothing better
Kmon.
than getting your quarterback off to a good start, and that's exactly what Kevin Stefanski did right there.
Stefanski, dog.
Screen pass.
Come on, how can he still say it wrong? Stefanski been in the league forever.
Than others, and working screen passes never work in practice. Never. So you come out here in the game, everybody's amped up, take advantage of the first.
All right, checking the gun, trips right. He caught him. Stay.
This pass to 30. Mond will look to throw again. Here's
Another screen.
Second screen. Why not? This one looks pretty good.
Who's that?
Tight end. Zaire
Yo, Mitchell Payton.
First-year man out of Florida Atlantic.
No Harrison Bryant? Or is Harrison Bryant behind him?
6-yard line, first down. Unfortunately, we have our first stoppage for injury.
Who's hurt?
The Jets is on a knee. Hamza Nasruddin
Don't look
shaking
serious.
his left arm, and right away the official stopped the game. Jets athletic training staff will take him over to the sideline. Fortunately, looks under his own power to just be out for a moment.
Yeah, it's interesting to see Kellen Mond come out right away. We're going to see this year with the Cleveland Browns a lot of Deshaun Watson, his movement skills. We'll see some of that with Dorian Thompson-Robinson later on in the game. But I think Kellen Mond really wants to be as efficient.
They're trying to keep it real simple for Kellen Mond on this first drive. I wouldn't be surprised this is a run right here. Right behind DeJuan Jones. Yeah.
Here is Kelly. To the left.
All right, 2nd and 9. Now they're going to make him work. Nick Harris out there today, too. David Bell.
To help make the tackle there, along with Brandon Eccles, a corner. Obviously, all the starters aren't there, but this New York
Was that Drew
defense
Forbes
is
on the
really
offensive
the unit.
line?
They
If
got
they give us a starting lineup, that would be great.
From 2 years ago to last year.
Yeah, from last place to fourth. There you go. That works. And these were the key component parts of it. Quinn Williams just got paid. C.J. Mosley, that voice in the middle, and three cornerbacks on the outside.
Oh, good run here. All right, third is short.
Tennessee, who got a start in one game last year, had a couple of carries in 2021. I like what they've seen from a skilled back, and that is Deshaun Watson, who will be the number one when the Browns open up against the Bengals in week 1.
Yeah, I think last year, those 6 games that he got to play in, you saw the mobility, you saw the strength in the pocket. He just wasn't quite what.
Are they going to run it here?
In the past. Maybe to be expected. We'll find out this year.
And it's a penalty. That's on the Browns. Yeah, usually a penalty right there is on the Browns. False start. Are they going to offset? They're going to offset.
Adrian Hill, who worked playoff game last year.
Yeah, I think we got a false start or illegal procedure, and then we probably got a late hit out of bounds.
One at the back end.
Probably going to offset here, 3rd and 1 again. I miss the spring league stuff because you could hear this conversation that the refs are having in the spring leagues. Can't hear it in the regular leagues.
Adrian sorts it out.
There were 2 fouls on the play. Illegal formation against the offense. The wideout covered the tight end. After the play, personal foul, unnecessary roughness, defense, number 35.
These penalties offset.
When one team commits a 5-yard penalty and the other team commits a 15-yard penalty, the 5-yard penalty is disregarded.
Oh, wow. That's new. Is that new? That didn't used to happen. That you did. Oh, no, it's a 10-yard penalty they offset. 5-yard penalties has always been like that.
There you go. He's a tight end, and that means that wide receiver has to be off the ball. And we'll check out the late
Who
hit.
is that? Son. That's a dangerous late hit, too. Yeah, you got to calm down. You can't dive at somebody's legs in the sideline. It's a dick move.
The Browns to the 39-yard line. And Mond is 5.
Oh, Mom with a dot. Ceddy Till. Ceddy Till. Let's go. Let's go.
Mike, the one
Ceddy Tills.
early on in football is that
Okay, Kellen Mond.
really well with shorts.
All right.
And there are some people who play really well with pads on. And that's the reason these preseason games are so important. You can see anything you think you want to see in practice, but until they come out here and start getting hit, you don't know.
24-yard line. Again, Kelly.
Ooh, hold.
To the left of the Jets defense.
They didn't call it. They didn't call it, but 83 held the shit out of somebody. If they show a replay of that.
Who made that catch there? We were at practice the other day. He made the highlight play of the day we were at practice. That's a guy who has opened some eyes.
Uh-oh. Anthony Schwartz on the field, baby.
Really,
let's go.
Camp so far. And one of the things he's going to be able to do is that combination of those fade routes and go up and get the ball, the contested catches, and the big body guy that can run the slants and run those in cuts and make plays inside.
There you go. Bad ball. Bad ball. Bad ball. Bad ball. Hey, that's a good drop, though. Because that was no going nowhere. That ball was too high, too low. Too high, too slow, my bad.
A lot of interesting battles going on within that New York Jets defense, and certainly one at the top of the list for me to watch.
It seems like he struggles doing the short stuff. Ray Rag says, did you see the video of Pickens versus Joey Porter? People were saying that was a catch. Yeah, all I see from Pickens is like PI, OPI. Just blatant OPI. Stay tall. Well, let's see if Kate York can kick it. Get the starter in.
That guy was a very good situation.
Yeah. George Pickens, like a lot of the one-on-one stuff that you see, I mean, like, it's cool, but it's also like he's definitely fouling like fuck. Like he's definitely doing OPIs like crazy. Like, I mean, it's junk food for real.
Someone to pay attention to. You go back, he didn't have a lot of snaps last year, Mike. but his numbers were as good as just about anybody
All right,
in
Cade.
the National Football League, and believe me, the Jets know it.
Second-year kicker Cade York, who has one of the biggest legs in the league.
Oh, that sucks.
49.
That's off.
It's not always accurate. He missed 8 field goals.
That
last
sucks,
year.
man.
This is his first.
All right, it's the preseason. It's the preseason. Don't boo him yet. We ain't don't gotta boo him.
We come back to Canton here at
Yeah, that thing came off weird, and then the wind chopped it, and yeah. Y'all the ones wanted to draft the kicker. All I wanted was to get somebody average. Y'all was like, nah, you remember Phil Dawson? You got to get a great kicker, Quincy. Y'all were all up in my ass about it. But then I told you, the reason you don't draft the kicker is because usually the ones you draft don't work out. But nah, y'all knew better. Y'all knew better. Yeah, it's just the preseason, though. You know what I mean? So if it don't happen during the regular season, I'm cool. But just so y'all know, if it doesn't work out, y'all the ones wanted to do it. Who? You. Y'all. Don't put Cade cheeks in the chat now like you've been on my side. Nah. I remember what y'all used to say. Don't do it. Don't do it. Nah. Y'all the ones who wanted to draft them. Y'all the ones who wanted to do that. Yes, y'all did. Go back and watch every video I've ever done on Cade York. Y'all been watching him. Robert Gentry, Moose Gentry with the $10 super chat. Appreciate that. Let me know what you said so I can read it off, Rob or Moose. I'm just saying, there ain't no reason why we shouldn't have like 5 kickers in camp, but we wanted to draft one in the 4th round because everybody wanted to tell me how important kickers are. All right. Good luck. Yeah, Dewan look good. I'm just saying, man. I'm just saying. Everybody was like, that's such a great draft pick. Y'all bullied me into accepting it. I'll never forgive y'all. I did not curse him. See, y'all not going to blame me for his mediocrity. Y'all not going to blame me for his mediocrity. Y'all not going to do that. Brett Watson, you're not about to blame me for his mediocrity. He says, Q, you cursed or kicker. What? Did I curse the kicker? No. Don't blame me for his mediocrity.
Aaron Rodgers. How surreal was that?
See what the defense is doing?
You're going to be one of those busts in the hall someday. Aaron was checking it out. Lover of.
Hey, man, is the Birmingham Stallions, is that kicker available? Because that boy can kick. They need to get the kicker from the Stallions. That's who they need.
It is true. Inside the Hall of Fame.
All right, let's see if we can stop the run.
The number 1 the last couple of years. Zach Wilson, the number 2 overall pick from 2021. Now the backup, and he hands off and says the rookie.
Almost a face mask.
Israel Abonaconda.
Oh, Maurice Hurst is in the game. I did not manifest this.
Story, week 1 starter as a rookie. Started 9 games last year. He's really embraced this chance to, Chris, hit the reset button and stay with the Jets as opposed to 2 years, then work, we'll ship you somewhere. He's got Rodgers, and he's got great energy right now.
Yeah, and give the Jets credit for not shipping him out of here, believing that they could still get value out of him. And with Aaron Rodgers as a teacher, why not?
Oh, good push by Alex Wright. Wait a minute. All right, Alex. Way to get underneath them pads. Get long. Use that length. Turn it into power. I like that.
Some of the key additions here. Alan Lazard, of course.
I'm watching the defensive line. I don't know what y'all watching.
Same with Randall Cobb. Cole Hartman comes over.
Silent Wolf says just got the membership. Hey, shout out to you, Silent Wolf. Appreciate that. With the $2 super chat. Appreciate it.
We'll deal with Denver's head coach last year. Now the offensive coordinator, and as many of you know, spent 3 years with Rodgers as the OC in Green Bay.
Get lower. Get lower. Right. You need to get lower.
3rd and 2.
Bad rush. Horrible rush. He sacked himself.
Off the first down.
That was horrible by the edges there. I don't know who was in.
You know, Mike, it was interesting right there.
Oh my God, bro says, man, where's Cody Parker with the $5 super chat? Yep.
Zach Wilson.
I was fine with Cody Parkey, man. I thought Cody Parkey was straight.
Like it and scramble. Here,
yeah, see, both of them. Thomas, look, both Thomas and Wright just completely blow their lane. Just completely get washed out the play.
And if you want to see
that, they got to be a little bit more disciplined. If they realize they're getting upfield that smoothly, they need to plant and try to get inside and fight instead of blowing their lane because you allow a big scramble lane available. And then all of a sudden, you know, Zach Wilson can get a first down. Luckily, he's Zach Wilson, so he sucks, so he failed.
So we brought down the 11-yard line. Chad Surratt, the linebacker.
Siaki Ika 62.
Halfway through quarter one.
Yeah, Coons is good. Zachary Davino says, shout out from Arizona. Looking forward to another year, Q. Hey, man, I know your AC is cranking right now. It's been hot in the Southwest.
Nice car.
You think they don't charge fast enough or go far enough?
Up to 80%.
That was a good stop. That was a good thing there. I thought I liked what I saw from the defense. It was very limited. You didn't really see that much. I thought Alex Wright got a nice little rush in that first play, with that first drop back. I think he didn't start low enough, then ended up trying to overcompensate by getting high, ended up just running out of his lane, had a pretty bad rep there, that second one. But still, you know, not terrible. Again, it ain't that hard to find a kicker. You could, I promise you, you could sign one of them kickers from the XFL and they could probably do what you need them to do. Jordan Elliott still cheeks. I haven't watched him closely enough to know. But I mean, it's probably a safe bet. It's probably a safe bet. You know what I mean? Like he's not been good for a long time. I mean, he's never been good in the NFL. Was he good in college? I don't know. I didn't watch that much Mizzou. Fred Himes says AC is always on here. It ain't even that hot. Nah, man. It's like 116 in Arizona right now, dog. That's what I've seen. Like 116, 120. And the thing about that desert heat, because people will say it's a dry heat, but that dry heat like transfers to metals and concrete like crazy. So then you just like, you'll be walking in LA and you'll get smacked, or like in the Southwest, you'll get smacked with like the heat from the sidewalk, and it feels like the heat is like choking you. It's horrible when it's over 110 in the Southwest. It is I remember I burnt my hand trying to get into my car one time. Of course, Grand Delpit's inactive.
Big Ten country.
Grand Delpit starts. It don't matter what Zach Wilson do. He sucks. Zach Wilson can go through his progressions. He cannot go through his progressions. He could scramble. He could throw. He ain't good at the throwing. That's the thing. It does not matter how good he is at everything else. He stinks at the throwing part. Like, he's not accurate.
The Falls will have Noah Eagle and Kenton's own Todd Blackledge calling the games on Big Ten Saturday night.
Yeah, 116 is crazy.
So we got your weekends taken care of in the
are we gonna see Anthony? Nope. All right, we see a duo.
Cleveland killing mom to get it going from 12.
Good run. Go. Here we go, John. Here we go, JK. I like that.
Now, the one thing everybody really wants to see in preseason is exactly what you're seeing. It's just basic football. They're lining
even
up.
Worse when it's 90 degrees and it's 8 a.m.
Nothing tricky, no blitzing going on whatsoever. The offensive line's coming off. All these coaches want to do is evaluate these young players and find out who the difference makers could be.
Slow. Oh, come on. That's got to be a flag. No way. 78 got off the jump on that fast. Damn.
Sherwood got through. Jets were a little quick there.
That's got to be encroachment.
One of the players who this preseason will be important for New York.
Yeah.
Offside.
Thank you.
defense.
Thank you. Yeah, I'm about to say, ain't no way he playing in the Hall of Fame game and his jump that fast. Come on now.
Smart.
Zachary Davino says again, appreciate that, Zach. 112 now in Arizona. The real feel is 119. Ooh, ooh, it sucks. It sucks. Oh my God.
And
that is,
almost every
I'm telling you, it hurts to walk out there, dog.
You know, for the Jets on the defensive side, and some are a real battle out there right now.
You got some tight coverage right here. They picked it up. Good pick. Bad throw.
Ball was incomplete.
They call it something.
Thomas Greeny, the tight end out of Albany. We got these 2 flags coming down in the secondary.
Pretty good hole.
DeJuan looking big out there. Great observation.
Finished the year talking about jersey tucks.
No, that was the Austin Hooper.
2 fouls on the play.
Damn.
Contact defense, number 53. That penalty is declined.
Damn.
Holding defense, number 26.
First down, 5 yards.
Woo. Automatic first down.
It's Brandon Eccles, whose name we've called 3 times already this first quarter.
There we go. We have the top pick.
The Jets look real undisciplined.
New York Jets now. We get a chance to see the pass rusher. How would you describe him, Mike? Did they say he's a little bit
Freakish,
a little awkward, and the offensive lineman trying to block him? He's the number 1 overall pick.
99 for the Jets, bottom of the screen, chasing Mom. Didn't get there in time, but forced him to get rid of it. The pass was incomplete. Intended for Zaire Mitchell-Patton.
Yeah, and I think Kellen Mond's going to go, God, that guy's a little freakish out there. Especially if you don't block him. Here he comes right out. But then when he hits the Jets, really good play by Mond, just getting that thing out of here.
Oh, Will McDonald.
15th pick. 34 sacks during his time with the Cyclones, and 6'4", 236.
Yeah, DeJuan looks like a creative player. Like, he's giant.
Coming back and saying he is hard to
Oh,
block.
clear.
Kelly with another run. 36 to the 37-yard line. Pushing after the play. We'll have third and about 5 coming up.
Kevin Stefanski, he likes what he's seeing so far, no question about it. One of the players we will not see here tonight. Oh, there's Chip Albrecht on the other side.
Hey, the Jets lucky they ain't getting to face the GOAT.
Just a minute. Think about
Jets fans they don't snuck out because the GOAT almost played.
And they feel good about the pieces they've added, like McDonald, as we talked about.
That's not good. Who was that? Dalen Baldwin.
Baldwin tried to go up and catch it. Once again, it's Eccles over there and in the way. Sauce Gardner over there. Can't believe it. His guys didn't come down with it.
Yeah, they're illegal formations everywhere out there.
Illegal formation offense, number 87, cover, number 89. That penalty is declined, 4th down.
So here's the tight end, and as this receiver, you have to be off the ball. It doesn't matter.
What is the over-under on DTR hurdle attempts? Okay, the over-under should be at 0 because there's no way he tries that.
He's having veteran players out there that'll...
Y'all don't know about the preseason GOAT? Y'all know about Josh Dobbs? Look, the Jets would be 14-0 right now if Josh Dobbs played. Preseason Josh Dobbs.
On the Browns roster.
I'm not trying to see it.
Same battle they had in camp last year. Bajorquez, the veteran, won it. Lefty.
Ooh, nice punt. Oh, that boy trash. That boy trash.
Nice part of the Hall of Fame game. You can talk to the new Hall of Famers, including.
Hey, all right. Yeah, man, you don't have to get put out if you keep messing around. I don't know who was supposed to return that kick, but I bet you they're not returning many more after that. That's crazy. How you fumble the ball out of bounds? Is this a Lion King parody? So far, I think we've seen some decent stuff. Y'all already seen enough of Kelly Bond? Well, I heard Kelly Bond's playing the whole first half, right? But yeah, we'll see. Let's see. I want to see more from this defense.
It starts with yourself. You can know the X's and O's of football. That's easy. If you don't know what you are, if you don't understand how you play, what makes you good, or what makes you not good, then you have no chance. You got to understand yourself first.
All 16 in Tampa, including the Super Bowl 37 season. Rondé Barber, member of the All-Decade team, now a member of the big team in the NFL. Pro Football Hall of Fame, standing by with Melissa Stark.
And I get to say I knew him when we were classmates at the University of Virginia. Long time ago. And the first broadcasting story I ever did was on you and your brother.
I like to think that I made you famous.
Well, I like to think I made you famous. And here you are now, a Hall of...
Yeah, Twitter's going to eat that one up.
And a lot of people helped me along the way, of course. But,
we're going to see some very inappropriate tweets.
Adversity and slow starts and finding a way to maximize my potential when a lot of people didn't think that I could. And I enjoyed it.
There we go. I like what we see from Alex, right?
Your mother, Geraldine. How instrumental was...
It is a bit concerning playing in the first quarter of this game.
We never wanted for anything, so it allowed us to go out and do what we did best and be student athletes, of course, but then be able to chase our dreams and put time toward that. My mom's amazing. She never burdened us with her adversity, and it's a good lesson for parents. I think I try to do that with my kids. Obviously, they have less adversity than I did, but it's a good lesson for how to raise kids and put them on the path to success.
And when you say we, you are talking, of course, about you and your...
Oh, that's a touchdown.
Who said he is presenting you at the ceremony on Saturday, and he said once you're in, it basically...
Hey, man, that's going to happen every once in a while when you run a bunch of man. Especially when you on the third and fourth string. It's just going to happen. It's not that big of a deal.
We're one egg split two, so technically we're the same, but look, Tiki had a great career.
Hey, man, I could care less if Thomas Graham gets ate up by a receiver. Thomas Graham is not supposed to be playing.
But I'm glad that he's sharing it with me, though.
And he shared all of it with you. And you said to me that the pinnacle, of course, was the Super Bowl win with the Buccaneers, but that your number one highlight was the play in the NFC Championship game.
Good job, Alex, right?
To that Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Why?
Philadelphia was a pain in our butt for so many years. We had lost even earlier in that year.
That was a good rep by Alex.
Out of the playoffs 2 years prior. And this play basically sent us to the Super Bowl. And I think up until this point, it was the biggest play in Tampa Bay sports history. Obviously, since then, we've won another Super Bowl. Lightning have done what they've done in hockey. But I've talked to so many Bucs fans that know this play and know exactly where they were when that happened. And the elation that they delivered to me and I kind of reciprocally give back to them about that play, it connects a lot of people in our area. And I'm glad that I can now represent that in Hall of Fame.
You talked about your family, but you told me the most instrumental...
Good job by Jordan to push that run back in.
Was your, at the time, defensive backs coach Mike Tomlin, now, of course, the head coach of the Steelers. How did he help you get here?
Well, when he came to Tampa in 2001, his first year,
that's a good job by Jordan.
I was free agent that year, actually, and I stayed. And he was the first-time defensive back coach for me after Herm left, and I led the league in interceptions. His influence on me is without words. I mean, he transformed me into the player that is now.
It's third down.
And there's a lot of ways for me to describe it, but the reality is,
False start, 5 yards back, 3rd and 10.
And he went about methodically making me that guy, and here I am. I love him to death. We're best friends still.
All right, now you gotta go.
For him to get here, he's coming over from Pittsburgh, and he's one of the guys that I'm most looking forward to sharing this weekend with.
You said it fast. Here you are. Congratulations.
Melissa.
All right, Melissa, thank you. Great story. Rodney Barber with a great career as well. To be honored with the whole group of Hall of Famers here. On Saturday for the induction, the big play by Zach Wilson, the 57-yard pass to Malik Taylor. The flag brings it back to 3rd and 10 from the 37-yard line. And Wilson with the throw, incomplete. Bring up 4th down. He was hoping to get it to Xavier Gibson.
I'm gonna be honest, man. Kellen Mond looked like cheeks, but he's definitely better than Zach Wilson. Like, I don't know how bad that is for Zach Wilson. Like, that's bad. That's not good.
Maintain control of it. Great news there for Zach Wilson, and a big play for Malik Taylor.
Sets up a 54-yarder. The veteran Greg Sherlock.
Must be nice.
Tickets in the league. Made a bunch of 50-plussers. Sherlock gets the first points of the season. The 54-yard field goal puts the Jets up 3-0.
Don't take all right.
I'm just saying, it must be nice to be able to kick a 50-yard field goal and be like, we got this. Hell, I don't even care if we got to kick the 50-yard field goal. I would love to kick a 40-yard field. Hell, I don't even care about the 40. I would love to just kick an extra point and be like, yeah, we got this. Why I got to be nervous after we score a touchdown? I can't celebrate. I can't get all hype because why? We might miss the extra endpoint. K. York out here.
Cedric Tillman, who was the top draft pick of the Browns in the 3rd round.
Yep. It sucks. It sucks to be nervous after every kick, man. It's not fun. I don't wish to be like this. I wish I could just be like, hey, we got 7. But nope, I gotta get all musty because every time the Browns scored a touchdown, I gotta get all sweaty and shit because K. York about to kick the ball.
From tomorrow, the Premier League back August 11th, NBC, USA, Peacock. Best players in the world back to the pitch. Season begins anew. Premier League all year long. NBC, USA, and Peacock. It's great to have some of the Premier League teams here in the U.S. like Chelsea and Fulham and Brighton. Premier League Summer Series around the U.S. and back over in the U.K. for the start of their regular season.
Little cheer for the women's team.
U.S. women's national team at the World Cup. Scraping through to the knockout stage. We'll see how they do. So I'm also going to run up and get this at the 5. The rookie brings the kick across the 22-yard line. Earlier today, just next door to the Hall of Fame here, what a great event. Celebration of life for Jim Brown, who passed away in May. His wife, more than 25 years, Monique, was there. Many Hall of Famers, a lot of gold jackets in the crowd as well. Ray Lewis gave a stirring remembrance of Pro Football Hall of Famer Jim Brown, who passed away in May at age 87. All 9 of his seasons with Cleveland, 8-time first-team All-Pro, and it's part of that 1964 championship Browns team, and still revered in Northeast Ohio.
You were the MC for the event, and you have some good stories out of it. Maybe we can get to some of those before the night's over.
Oh man!
All right, is this mine still? Yep. Okay, Anthony Schwartz on the end around. And he fumbled. And he fumbled. Did he fumble? Did he fumble?
Ruling on the field.
Come on, man. Come on, Anthony. Dog, make it easy.
Now into the hands of Javelin Gidry as Schwartz came off the end. The receiver.
Man.
Fumble recovered by the Jets. First down.
Anthony, bro.
Just take over.
Anthony, bro.
Let's see. As Schwartz is going down. Sherwood caused it, and it was moving.
Absolutely. Well, it's one of those frustrating things. The Browns so desperately need Anthony Schwartz's speed on the field, and yet there just has not been that moment in which
That's hilarious.
he can fit into this offense.
They need somebody's speed as part of this offense, right?
They really do. It's the one thing that was really missing, I thought, last year when Sean Watson came in for those last 6 games. No deep threat.
Wilson sets up the screen. The Bonaconda will take it to the 25-yard line.
Ain't no way, dog. Zachary Davino says better than being nervous every time Baker threw the ball. That's fair.
He sure was. And he could fly. He was one of those guys when he got in the open field.
Ain't no way, dog. I like Anthony, dog. We try to make it easy. We tried our hardest to make it easy for you, and you keep making it hard. Dog.
Brooklyn Moore.
Ain't no way.
He was strung out by the Cleveland defense.
Ain't no way.
Tackles, we hit the final minute.
Hell no. You can't write no shit like that. That's crazy. He got the ball in the end around, looked almost decent for like 5, and then fumbled the ball. That's art, dog. Like, that's art. That is like in 2 seconds in a Hall of Fame game, showing you everything that we hate about Anthony Schwartz. The potential to get you excited just to fumble the ball at the end of the day. Jim Brown makes us so proud, and then we get Schwartz. Good Lord.
Togi out of Ohio State got a mid up there, and the Browns defense handles the sudden change situation, forces a field goal attempt.
Absolutely. Give them credit, because that is a tough spot, right? You end up over there, and for the Cleveland Browns defense, they are all about the swag this year with their new defensive coordinator, Jim Schwartz, because I don't know if we're going to lead the league in points scored or anything like that, but we're going to lead the league in swag, and they swagged on off after that.
Chosen Cartel says, we back, Quincy. Here's to another season. Appreciate that.
Better than Schwartz saying it. Zerline good from 54, this from 44. Morstead got it down, and the Jets extend the lead out to 6-0. 2 field goals. So football season starting for the pros and the colleges and the high schools as well. The NFL celebrates youth and high school football all year round. Flag and tackle football. You can learn more. Find a league near you. Playfootball.com. This was a play football skills camp earlier this week right here. The Hall of Fame Village. Chris, we've both been coming here for quite some time. Tom Benson Hall of Fame Stadium now. 22,000 is the capacity. This is the home field for Canton McKinley High School. Their great rivalry with Massillon over the years, but Hall of Fame Village is sprouted up. It used to be just come down the highway. There were some bleachers of the stadium and the Hall of Fame, but this thing has really become a much larger complex and a great destination of it.
They are making this a place to come and vacation. They'll have the hotel over there getting built. We saw kids all over the place playing football and kicking the ball around. They got soccer fields around here. It really is fantastic for this area.
You get a Ferris wheel, part of that expanded area of the Hall of Fame Village that has sprouted up over the last few years.
That's nuts.
To automatically bring it out to the 25.
Who is this? Who is this? Ooh. And he got to the 25. I can't believe he did that, man.
So the Cleveland Browns.
I cannot believe I'm still stuck on. I cannot believe he did that shit, dog. Like the audacity. Oh my God, dog.
And talk for a minute about
Ain't no way.
Mike.
Ain't no way. Ray Rag says, as a player, I want nothing to do with Schwartz. As a person, I feel bad for him at this point. He can't get out of his own way. He's not good at football. And let's be real, he's never been good at football. I don't think you've seen an impressive season ever in football at any level from Anthony Schwartz. It wasn't in college. It wasn't in high school. It damn sure didn't happen in the NFL. He was never good at football. Why did people think trying to make him do this? This is on everybody else, man. That man could have put his energy into something he's actually good at. Instead, everybody kept telling him to play football. He's not good at it. Joshua says Schwartz is going. Yes! He's got to go, bro. It's a wrap. Like, what else are we going to do? Keep getting this man end arounds? I'm sorry. I missed the whole defensive stand. Oh, my gosh, bro. Oh, my gosh. Goodness gracious. I ain't never seen somebody just have the series of unfortunate events happen to them like Anthony Schwartz. Nah. Nah, this ain't the path God wanted more. This clearly ain't the path God wanted more. Because if God did want him on this path, he would have that man at least hold on to the ball. Come on, man.
Motivated. You got to find something within you that's more important than just your own self-interest. If you're doing it for your teammates, if you're doing it for your family, if you're doing it for your city and your team, that's how you get the most out of yourself, and you get more out of yourself than you even realized was possible.
Well, you heard it when he was introduced with a partisan Browns crowd here that made the drive 60 minutes or so from Cleveland. Joe Thomas, beloved, did not play on winning teams.
We're down to this in a second or something.
Such a great representative of this franchise. First ballot Hall of Fame. We'll talk to him in a second. Kellen Mond, the quarterback, his third year out of Texas A&M, starts his drive, or second and 9, I should say, 26 to start the quarter.
There you go.
And
okay.
Tom's Greeny.
All right, Greeny.
32-yard line, 6-time first team All-Pro. He was out there all the time.
No, he did not look good at Auburn. He been in his head. Somebody said he in his head. Logan, dog. He not in his head. It's been 3 years. If it's been in his head for 3 years, the brother's schizophrenic. Like it's been 3 years.
Yeah, it's just been so crazy, so busy, but it's been so special because all those people that were a part of your journey, like early on in your career that maybe you don't communicate quite as much with, they all reach out, they say congratulations, and they share a little moment, a little memory from your career that brings back the joy from an entire life in football.
Let's talk about a big memory from your career. 10,363, the record streak of consecutive snaps. Current Browns head coach Kevin Stefanski said that means so much to this city, to the franchise that endured a lot of losing, the message about never giving up. What does that number mean to you?
It means resiliency. It means to me everything that I wanted to be as a player. Was just a great teammate. That you
Go to screen. Okay, first down. First down. Give him for it. Give him for it. Give him for it.
On the shores of Lake Erie, but count on me. I'll be there. I'll be there, and I'll be at my.
I'm trying to focus back to the game, man.
In September, I'll be there, and so.
Oh my God, dog! Like anybody else could have fumbled, and it wouldn't have been a big deal. But you got it. That the absolute worst person who could have did that.
Draft day, because everyone knows you were on a boat fishing with your dad that day. You told me the trophy was a 10-pound brown trout. How appropriate. Take us back to that day.
They ain't gonna give us that. What?
They'd have been on the calendar with my dad for like
That's too strong.
So I wasn't gonna let the NFL draft get in the way.
You're the best.
There's that photo of that 10-pound brown trout. So it was an easy decision, being with family, being with my dad, spending one more day fishing, because after you get drafted, things get a little crazy. You're whisked away to your city. You're going through rookie man camps and OTAs. And I wanted to make sure that I spent the day how I wanted to spend it. Didn't need to put on a suit that I didn't have. I had plenty of fishing gear, so I knew I could wear some fishing gear and go fishing with my dad and have a good day.
And speaking of family, Jack, you and your siblings, all four of you, and your mom, Annie, are presenting your dad. You're the first ever to do that at the Hall of Fame. First of all, are you nervous?
Mm-hmm.
Why was that so important to you?
Yeah, because football has always been about family to me. It's about family to so many players in the NFL. That's what the locker room environment's like. That's why everybody says, what's the thing you miss the most about football? It's that locker room environment, because it feels like family. And for me, the motivation, the why that put me in a position to be able to push myself further and farther than I ever expected in training camp when things get tough, during a season that maybe is not going your way, and finding a way to dig deeper inside of you is because of these guys. It was because of my wife and my kids. And so for them to be able to be on stage with me, be part of that moment when they unveil the bust, was a no-brainer, but it's also going to be the happiest part of the weekend for me.
All right, Alex, right. Let's see some.
Congratulations to both of you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right.
Maurice Hurst is just throwing his body at the line right now. He is just throwing his body there. Like, don't get hurt, dog. But he's playing so violently right now.
Before the Joe Thomas conversation, when he played for the Browns, they won 29%. 29% of their games. That was the winning percentage. And he's a first ballot Hall of Famer. It tells you how great he was.
He was probably the most consistent player, maybe at any position of his era.
Oh.
He was year after year.
There you go. There you go. There you go, Tony Fields. There you go, Tony Fields.
And he's pure class off the field, too. It was great talking to him.
Such a character. He's got a great personality. A chance to spend some time with Joe and his 4 kids. Enjoying this entire weekend. And we have a lot of Browns fans who've been wearing those 73s and doing it with pride. There you go. Sun flex it for us. It's a Joe looks great, too. He just did a 100-kilometer bike ride. We bumped into him at the Browns practice on Tuesday.
Yeah, we only have one question for him. Why? Just wondering, how many brown trouts have you ever caught in your life?
False start. Offense. Number 65. 5-yard penalty. Still third down.
Christian Cologne with the flag. I mentioned the new quarterback, Tim Boyle. It's his 4th team. He's with Green Bay for 3 years. Detroit and Chicago as well. Actually started 3 games for the Lions when Jared Goff was hurt a couple of seasons ago. You bring in somebody who's been around Rodgers and Hackett, and has a feel for this offense. He comes in to try to battle for that number 3 position. He'll throw it to the sideline, complete. 25-yard line it'll go. Kenny Boyle. Second time, guy out of Ole Miss. Started his college career at Temple.
Yeah, Tim Boyle, they call him like the Jugs gun. He's just going to fire it around, stand there in the pocket. He's not going to do a lot of fancy things, but accurate guys going to make plays from the pocket. But so far, what we've seen out here, Mike, is situational football. That in the red zone, nothing. That's a whole different offense. Third down, that's a whole different offense. So first and second down's been going pretty well. When they get in these situations, they just haven't spent much time on it.
Thomas Morstead to kick it away. Dimitri Felton is back. The kick is 50 yards on the nose. Felton made one-man miss. Scraped the yard out of that return. Across the 26. 6-0 here in Canton. You're watching the Hall of Fame.
That's nuts. That's nuts. It wasn't even that he was scared to get hit. Like, he didn't fumble that ball because he was scared to get hit. He just fumbled it because he not good at football. He's just not. Yeah, we'll see DTR in the second half.
On Sunday.
That's nuts, man. How is he that bad? Somebody said fire Jim Schwartz already? That's crazy. That's crazy. Baldwin's in a medical tent. That sucks. Score is 3-0. That is crazy.
Contest ever with its latest offer.
For the second time in 4 seasons, the Chiefs are champions.
Our linebackers look good.
We will be there at Arrowhead to start the NFL season. 5 weeks from tonight, Detroit and Kansas City to get it going as the Chiefs begin quest for back-to-back titles and their third in 5 years. It's a Lions team's gotten a lot of attention here in the Midwest in the offseason. Kellen Mond and the Browns start from the 27.
Oh my God.
Mond is picked up by Chaz Surratt, who's out of bounds inside the 30-yard line. The Jets have turned the Browns over for the second time.
One of the guys in the battle for that linebacker position right there. He's just going to drop right back underneath this play and come up with the pick, moving with the quarterback, saw the crossing route coming, and just ran it with him. Right to him. So that's what it takes. I mean, it takes plays. The difference between 2 or 3 or 4.
Did you shed a tear during the Thomas interview? Be honest. Nah.
Coaching staff, well,
I'm happy for him, though.
They're just undecided, and you make a play like that, and all of a sudden you get bumped up.
27-yard line. It's Boyle to the air. By Jason Brownlee. He'll take it inside the 20 to the 19-yard line. We talked about going to Kansas City for opening night. All the energy around the Chiefs as usual. Mahomes and Kelsey and the whole gang. And Andy Reid back together again.
You know, and I don't know that we talked enough about what they did last year without Tyreek Hill. I mean, we all sort of in the back of our mind went, oh, that may be a little bit too far here. And what happened? They just roll right along. But we also saw Detroit.
Becky says, hi, Quincy. Just wanted to say Warren is looking forward to you breaking down the Brown season. Appreciate that.
Tickets for the season now.
They take Zach Wilson out.
Crazy the energy. Brownlee with the catch for the Jets. He'll take that down. Yeah, the Lions have sold out their season tickets for the first time in their Ford Field here since they moved downtown. They have a waiting list. So there's a big buildup. Team went 8 of their last 10, top 5 in offense in the league in terms of points last year. So they bring a bunch of those folks back, and they'll go on a big stage for the opener.
That's their secondary is going to be a lot better. They're going to get tested early in this one. But the other advantage Detroit has is they have some real pass rushers on that team. So that combination, we'll see.
Opening night, first and goal for the Jets. Abonaconda turns towards the pylon for the touchdown. Israel Abonaconda, the 5th-round pick from Pittsburgh, with Brees Hall still out. Michael Carter and Van Knight not running tonight.
There's Sam Kamara out there.
And he's open.
Yeah, they got beat on the outside sweep.
Jets 12-0 lead.
That jet turned on the Jets that time. Abonaconda, watch this. He just outruns everybody to the edge. That's just pure speed, and it's not by accident. He did that a lot in college. He's one of the few guys you can't.
Oh, that's the dude with the 4.3 speed.
And people just do not run him down. When you've got that kind of ability in an offense that uses a lot of outside zone plays, it sets up a lot of options on the backside, read options, bootlegs, different things away.
So Zerline for the extra point. Jets out to a
Must be nice.
nothing.
Must be nice.
The second Robert Sala's team, of course, big part of the headline with the acquisition of Aaron Rodgers. Other things that showed up on your phone during the offseason. Tom Brady finally retired. 7-time Super Bowl champ. There are the 5 new head coaches in the NFL. The Washington Commanders finally sell a $6 billion transaction and the new energy around that franchise. And, you know, the contract here, Chris, with Deshaun Watson set up a lot of conversation about what was going to happen with the other quarterbacks. Well, they found a way to get paid. Nobody getting the guaranteed money that Watson got from Cleveland, but you're seeing some of those next-gen young quarterbacks have solidified their place in their spots in the NFL.
And let's just be honest, the other owners in the NFL weren't too crazy about the idea that Deshaun came away with that kind of guaranteed contract. And for Deshaun Watson, he is now...
This is the obligatory hating on Deshaun Watson's contract portion of this broadcast, brought to you by hating-ass NFL owners, making sure that you hate on people who get paid since 1962.
It's been a very rocky road for those 700 days away from the game.
Remember, y'all, it's only the preseason. Can you officially start panicking on September 10th from Chris Gustafaro? Yeah, I don't think anybody panicking.
Backstory of it, as so many of you know, he sat in Houston all of 2021 while on the roster.
Hey, are we going to boo Kellen Mond if he gets put out there again?
22 last year, suspended for the first 11 games. Violated the league's personal conduct policy. Result of more than 24 civil lawsuits against him. The accusations of sexual assault and misconduct. 23 cases are settled. A couple remain open. He came back to the team and started the last 6 games.
Oh, come on, dog.
In those 6 games. Bond throws to Kelly.
Okay, John. Get loose, John. Oh, it's a flag.
He's down in Jets territory before the 4-yard line. Taken down by Marquise Waters. He's coming back.
Holding offense, number 7. That 10-yard penalty to forcing the time to foul. Replay, first down.
So it's a multiple story with Watson as you get him going here this year. One, it's a fresh start in terms of the football part of it and what happened in 2022. And we asked Kevin Stefanski, the head coach, and he said, well, right from the minute the offseason started, in terms of football, the leadership's been undeniable. The offense, the entire team, as Deshaun gets back to that natural role that comes with being the starting quarterback, the leadership. Then there's the on-the-field part of 700 days out. The guy we saw the last 6 games wasn't the guy we saw in Houston in 2020.
No, he wasn't. And there's almost...
Air it out, Kellen. Jeez.
acknowledge
Why did he throw it that hard?
off the field before you're allowed to even begin a conversation about what he may end up being on the
He's
field.
got
We
0 touch.
understand, or at least we're trying to portray the fact that we get the big picture of this situation. We understand how everybody feels about the various components of this thing. As a football player, though, which is what our job is, it is going to be paramount on him to be patient, because I'm not sure that the Cleveland Browns can make as bold a jump offensively as what he probably would like to see. Spread offenses. Let's spread them out. Let me take advantage of my.
It's our time to get a 13-point lead back.
Like I did in Houston. Do I see Cleveland doing that? Maybe, but that's a pretty big leap for them.
So David Bell with that catch to the 32, third down coming up. What you're saying is they've got an offensive line with vets they've invested in. They've got one of the best running backs, if not the best, in Nick Chubb. So how do you make that work and his skill set on top of that?
So if it does, the Cleveland Browns could be very much a factor this year. If they get out there and it is a decision, what should we do next?
Hey, bro.
Throw it.
John Kelly knows one thing and one thing only: screen.
Sean all this money, and we've paid these receivers all this money. But really what we do best still is run the football. That's when it starts to get uncomfortable.
First down out to the 44-yard line for John Kelly Jr., the back who's worked
This is good on John.
in this game. You know, Chris, I look down there at the Browns, and you can't help but see number 74.
Look at it, big ass.
DeJuan Jones, the 4th-round pick out of Ohio State, playing right tackle, 6'8".
Look at that shit. Oh my God. Look at DeJuan Jones just did. Look, if you go back and watch that play, if you got DVR and watch 74, he never moves. He just stands somebody straight up. Look at this shit. Please show me. Oh, they're not going to show highlights.
Lives up to what he might be, because he is a massive human being that has good feet, that can play basketball.
Look at that shit by DeJuan, man.
That doesn't give up sacks. And if that 4th rounder turns into what they're hoping, it creates a lot of options for this franchise.
You gotta get it off.
Play clock expires. Long gets it out quick, and that is rule the catch. Good hands there by Bell.
A lot of stuff going on out here.
Yeah, look at this.
DeJuan Jones while he was still in the game, but you will see the quickness of the feet for someone.
When Mike Zimmer said he won't play Mom because he sees him in practice, he has a point. I hope DTR can play better. Stay off, or he better stay on Twitter.
Aren't the #1 pass rushers that he's going to see throughout the course of the season? But even just standing in the huddle, you can see the sheer size of the man. And he has the ability to move his feet like a smaller man.
Officials timeout to correct the call.
There's been a couple of clock issues here in the stadium. They got it straightened out, but we have one at the moment. One of the reasons he said people wanted to make sure that he wasn't dreaming of basketball. Here's some of his basketball tape. Ben Davis, pretty good high school basketball program. Big fella who hit him.
What you about to do? What you about to do about that?
You're done.
Yeah, that's a big boy.
Man went up for that jump shot. He was thinking, bad idea. It's just not a good idea.
And that poor guy's sitting and watching a football game, first game of the year. Like, no, I wasn't expecting to see my high school hoops tape out there. But at Ben Davis in Indianapolis, he was, which is at a pretty high level of basketball.
He makes the other offensive linemen look tiny. Look
That
at
may be the biggest circle draw.
Well, next to him is Michael Dunn, who's 6'5", 315. And he looks small next to Jefferson. 3rd and 6, another flag is down as Mon throws this one deep. Chance for completion. As we check the flag one more time.
Offside defense.
Hey.
5-yard penalty. Still 3rd down.
Bryce Huffman got in there earlier for the Jets.
Yeah, these Hall of Fame games can be frustrating, and I know you're going to look at the score, and I don't think Jets fans are going to go, oh, yeah, this proves that we're going to the Super Bowl. But it also doesn't prove that Cleveland's not going to have a good offense, right? I mean, they've got all their rock stars sitting there over there on the bench. And probably before it's all said and done, you'll see a few sparks fly out of the Cleveland Browns too.
Third and 1. John Kelly Jr.
You got it.
brought down by the Jets' first-round pick, Will McDonald, the fourth, right at the line. And,
Yeah, give us that. Come on.
First down.
Give us that.
I tell you, you can already see that Will McDonald's going to be a player for the Jets, though. He is.
Sorry, short. I thought it went up with one finger for a first down.
Hey, get the ball to DeJuan Jones and let him sneak that bitch in.
I think there's any question here in the Hall of Fame game. You're going for this one. But Will McDonald has just shown an ability already in this game to get off of blocks quickly and make plays that are not right next to him.
I'm going to keep it.
Good job, Kellen.
First down for Cleveland.
Everybody's falling because they haven't played real football in like months. That's why everybody's falling.
Minutes left here in the first half. You look at Kevin Stefanski, the Browns head coach. I mentioned year 4. He jumped in here, Chris, and ended that 17-year playoff drought in 2020. Remember the win that you guys had in the playoff game against Pittsburgh? And shocking start to that game. It was remarkable. And then 21, Baker Mayfield was injured. They were 8-9, and last year it was Jacoby.
How much time's left?
First 11 games before Watson came in for the last 6. And I'm trying to get back to that first-year success level.
Let it rip.
Bond throws.
DeJuan, reach spot.
42-yard line.
It's coming back. It's on DeJuan.
Insurance for the Jets with tackle.
Yeah, he might have cut it out about. I mean, he's not a runner all the time. That's probably why. But yeah, he probably cut that out when he shouldn't have.
Kind of risky the temptation to look over see how many penalties we've had already.
Don't do it.
There were 2 fouls on the play, holding offense number 74. That penalty is declined.
Oh, that's not good.
Holding offense number 78. That penalty is accepted and forced 10 yards from the previous spot. Replay first down.
Neighbors.
DeJuan Jones is so big, like the numbers on his jersey look small.
Does it go down as a hold on you if yours is declined and it's taken by the guard instead of the tackle? Do you not get a hold?
I don't know. You're the data guy. I'll go get that, but I don't think you're going to charge a hold on that.
Look at
If it's
that.
declined, it doesn't go down as a penalty.
Wow.
Right?
So if it's declined, no penalty. So it's a coin flip by the official who screwed it.
Demetrius Felton runs to the edge. Depending where the foul occurs and all that stuff, yeah, he got right.
No, they track. By the way, they track declined penalties. It's like it doesn't go away just because it wasn't declined. Well, just because it wasn't accepted. They track that. That's a known thing. Chris Collinsworth should know that, and so should Mike Tirico.
It's a great point because
Anybody's who looked it up
was
knows.
that receiving back coming out of the backfield. He was that pass protector. So can they find that player to protect them, or do they have to find a receiver type?
Yeah, but they track
a
declined
blocker type,
penalties.
Or can they find one of these backs that can do it all?
Bond throws it, Felton catches it. Over the sideline.
Am I tripping? All these Keller Bob passes about slow as shit.
Brings it down. The Browns move the chains at the 34-yard line.
Yeah, and this is called being a scat receiver, right? So no matter what, you're going out. And why is he going out? Because he's not very big. And so you don't want him sitting in there trying to pick up and block. He's 5'9", 190 pounds. And that's where a Kareem Hunt.
Hey, look, man, we know he sucks. Just throw screens.
When he's in the game, would start scheming to come after him and try and force him.
And we're not seeing him behind the Jones. But seeing him for sure was Frank James, the safety, comes up to make the play for the Jets. 30-year man out of Southern Illinois who's been with a couple of teams around the league.
A lot of screens. We knew that was going to happen. It happens in every one of these games because basically they like their young quarterbacks to have good numbers and not get hit. And they also want to slow down these pass rushers who are salivating to go make an impression on national television. So every Hall of Fame game I've ever done, I think there have been at least 20 screens.
It's a good 13. Mons throws nearly intercepted. Bounced up a couple of times.
Was that intercepted?
Come back down with it. Let's see. No official signal right now. I don't think anybody saw if it hit the ground or not.
Ooh, let's see. It's a little closer than I thought.
Yeah.
It pops.
I thought it was an interception.
Yeah, watch this.
It's right there on the ground.
Yeah, it's on the ground. It's on the ground.
Couldn't see if he was able to trap it and bring it up. See James with a couple of plays back to back.
Hey, man, first half's only 2 minutes left.
See if Mon takes a shot downfield here. Rizzy Dorian
Timeout.
Robinson for Cleveland in the second half. The rookie out of UCLA.
They're first. This will be 30 seconds out.
Okay. Mon will come over and talk to Kevin Stefanski before this 3rd and 13.
Kevin Stefanski and Robert Saleh on the other side, and Robert Saleh's having a little fun, isn't he?
Oh, yeah.
I mean, he understands the possibilities here. I mean, he really does. When he went out to California to actually sit down with several of the Jet staff and just go, "Hey, Aaron, is this real? Is this possible? Is this?" And he said he came away knowing that Aaron wasn't going to retire. He's not going to retire. I don't know if he's coming with us, but I know he's not going to retire. And that's when the whole game started ratcheting up for the New York Jets in their pursuit of Aaron Rodgers.
Yes, Deshaun Kaiser's better than Kellen Mond. It's not even close.
The Jets. And they got pretty involved with
Let it rip.
And then the Rodgers thing started to play. 3rd and 13.
Hey.
By Cedric Tillman inside the 20 to the 17.
They call it OPI?
Bryce Hall, the corner, was looking for a flag going the other way. He's negotiating, but I don't know if he's going to be able to pull that one off. Tillman, the 3rd round pick out of Tennessee, has the first down.
Before the pass, holding defense.
Decline it.
That the play result.
That's a really interesting call.
Hey, Seti.
Tillman here slammed.
Let's see what happens.
Off of the Jets.
Yeah, get off me.
And it looked like he threw him down the field. So my initial impression was going to be on him. It was not.
And Cleveland in the
Get your weak ass off me is what Cedric Tillman said to that man.
Wanted to get to Dwan Jones while he was still in the game, but you'll see the quickness of the feet for someone.
No, Dwan Jones is absolutely just eating some people out there. Like, he just touches them and they can't move. It's crazy.
Wanted to get to Dwan Jones while he was.
Did you really help the Rams win the Super Bowl? Well, that was a risky experiment, but it worked out for them.
I think during my playing career, it's a lot of tunnel vision for me.
It don't even feel like Darrelle Revis retired that long ago.
So guys can study. You can never forget the past greats. the present greats, and you know there will be future greats. But it's always for me was doing it for the next generation.
Yeah, in his 11 years with the Jets, those other 3 partly with the Patriots and winning the Super Bowl. And a 4-time first-team All-Pro, Darrelle Revis, one of 2, a little bit of a Jets feel as well to this Hall of Fame induction class. We'll talk to Revis here in a second. First down rush for John Kelly down to the 13-yard line with 1:52 to go.
Hey, have they put Schwartz back in the game? Like, did they just take him out the game? Oh, no, I see him. They definitely ain't called to play for him.
Is when guys tried to release to the outside, he would let them go and then turn and out sprint them to about 10 yards deep and then pin them into that spot right there, and they couldn't do anything. I mean, Revis Island was real. He had a lot of firsts in how he did things.
Hey, might go to him.
6.
How are they going to run? Having Kellen Mond in for a whole half and not running him is just brutal. Like, damn, we can't even see the one thing he good at.
Inductee to come out of Aliquippa High School, just about an hour from here in Pennsylvania. Mike Ditka, Ty Law, and now you. What does this induction mean to you?
Rex Fortune says Conklin better stay healthy or Jones can steal his job. If he can look like this for a couple real games, Jack ain't coming back. Yeah, I said that before.
Bill Belichick, one of the greatest defensive minds in the game, also your coach for 1 year, told me as an opponent, we targeted him less than any other pass defender we played against. You said, wow. What did it make you think when you hear that?
Man, that's for Bill Belichick to have a compliment like that is. I'm just honored. I'm honored. You know, I love to play for him, and I don't know if I'm getting choked up right now because, you know, Bill.
There you go, JK.
Amazing coach, and
you know how ass you got to be for us to be like, we're gonna run the ball with 1 minute left in the 2-minute drill. You know how ass we gotta feel.
The battles were fun, obviously. But at the same time,
call timeout.
It's great.
So we can run it more.
You were so dominant with the Jets that a phrase was named after you. The Urban Dictionary defines Revis Island as a place where NFL wide receivers frequently get lost. How do you define it?
You got it. Throw it. Oh, too late. You got it still.
Touchdown against your team right here.
Yes. It's just amazing. Yeah, we got scored on. That's not good. but no, man, I think
let's go
with a lot of passion.
Let's go.
The way I played.
Let's go. Comeback season.
Greats. I tried to mimic. I tried to pick anything out of their game to try to implement it into mine. And I just tried to be an all-around quarterback, and that's what I tried to do when I approached the game. And with passion.
Your mom, Diana, is presenting you at the ceremony.
We back.
What kind of influence did she have on your career?
She's probably one of the most influential.
Are we serious? Okay, I thought he missed that shit for a second.
I just appreciate her.
3 years from now is the one. Yeah, he's probably one of the tackles.
And, she's more excited than me in the sense of, being a presenter. And she's having a blast herself, so it's amazing. I think she's getting a little bit restless. Yeah, she's getting a little bit restless.
I know what that look is, man. That's all right. Okay, I'm trying to get energetic, but it's 9:28. I'm about to be in bed in like 2 hours.
Tremendous player, the Jets and the Patriots, and honored as part of this class in 2023. So the Browns score, it's 13-7. We'll remind you as we approach halftime, we'll join Maria Taylor. Devin McCourty, welcome to the team. Devin, Jason Garrett, we'll look ahead to the Lions-Chiefs opening night game and the best of Peter King's training camps are all coming up.
All right, halftime. I'm about to get some grapes. I'll be right back. Get some grapes. Then we're going to see DTR, light up the new generation. Are you what? What happened? What happened?
return for Gibson, part of this preseason for the Jets that you're going to be seeing a lot of over the next few weeks.
This camp is a long camp, right? Let's just enjoy the little things every single day. Right? Take time to laugh a little bit, find a conversation at lunchtime with somebody new. Don't always do with the same group. It goes by fast. You get to be really old and gray and savoring every little moment. So savor them right now. Right? Cues on three. 1, 2, 3. Cheers.
Rogers breaking down the quarterbacks. A little behind the scenes you'll get on Hard Knocks, which debuts Hard Knocks with the Jets on Tuesday night. Check your local listings. Such a great job. Throw-in is complete.
Hey, why are they doing this to me? Why are they doing this? Why are they doing this?
And a timeout with 17 seconds remaining.
Oh.
35. And you see Aaron on the headset there. He's been involved. We're going to get another headset on first. We're going to talk to him in the third quarter from sideline.
The one thing that is truly undeniable is that he's a happy guy.
Oh, yeah.
He's really enjoying whatever is happening in New York with the Jets. He's enjoying getting out in the city. He's enjoying his teammates. He's enjoying a much bigger role in putting the offense together. He's a happy guy.
Oh, got Alex right inside.
Every word from Aaron.
There we go. Oh!
To Brownlee. And broke it up. Bring up second down here.
No, he was celebrating. He was celebrating.
You wonder
That's not friendly fire.
It's just he's enjoying teaching, because he really has an opportunity now to do something to set up this franchise, not just for the next 2 or 3 years or however long that he might end up playing, but if Zach Wilson comes out of this thing good.
Come on, stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Stop trying to sell a Zach Wilson like we ain't seen this man suck. Zach Wilson come out this good. Come on. No fly zone, baby. No fly zone, baby.
All the talk, all the excitement, all the interest in the Jets. You take a peek at the preseason odds, the SNF Genius. The Bills have been atop this division, but every game amongst these 4 teams is going to be something.
Stop it.
Right? How long will it take the Jets to get it going? They've got a lot of guys that Aaron used to play with, but they have even more that never played it down with them. So when does that happen? When does it click?
Yeah. Yeah. No fly zone. No fly zone. There we go. There we go.
Right here in the state of Ohio at Bowling Green. They set up a long field goal attempt for the Jets.
Sometimes defense.
Y'all better not have too much fun with that in chat. I don't care. I don't care. Some of y'all having too much fun with that in chat, and I'm not sure. I'm not sure why y'all having this much fun with that last name. Y'all better chill. Y'all better chill.
44. Rick Gerline is looking ready for the season. 3 long field goals, and the Jets take a 16-7 lead to the locker room here at the half of the Pro Football Hall of Fame here. There's some positives for sure.
All right. Now that I know the half is actually over, I'm going to get some grapes.
Quarterback for the Browns, if the schedule remains as planned when we get to the third quarter. There's Robert Saleh taking his team into the locker room, and here's Melissa Stark to talk to him before
that.
I'll be right back.
What did you say?
A lot of boys thought he did a really nice job running the offense. Had a really nice goal ball on the side over on his left side, but
keep playing.
Nice job for his first time out.
A lot of energy, a lot of buzz about this team as you head into the season. Do you feel it here as you're getting ready and you're in your first preseason game?
We're so focused on the inside and just trying to do what we need to do to get better every day, and so the noise is for everybody else.
Thanks.
His team gets the ball to start the second half. And coming up right now for you, it's the Toyota halftime. Maria Taylor tells us what they have coming up. Maria.
All right, Thanks, Mike. You're right. Plenty to come on the Toyota halftime. We're going to hear from the Lions head coach, Dan Campbell, amid all of that hype that's happening in Detroit, and look ahead to their opening night trip on Thursday to the defending champion Chiefs. We've got a little bit of fireworks going on here in Kansas. Some young guys getting involved. Shout out to Izzy, where Brooklyn at, and John Kelly Jr. both scoring touchdowns in the first half.
Space?
Yes, next July.
Oh, I can't change these plans.
A residency at the Coliseum? The Roman Coliseum?
Yeah, it's next summer.
Oh, can't do it.
Me on a dating show for royals? Queen Ariana. I love it. It's exciting.
Oh, 1 second. I gotta chart my food into this app. Hey man, it's the preseason for everybody but K York because like his job's not that different in the preseason than it is during the regular season. It really isn't. So yeah, we could do all that. It's the preseason stuff for everybody else, but K York really ain't got no excuse for missing no damn field goals in the preseason. And I really don't want to hear that for him. And then where's that salad? No, it's Chronometer. My Fitness Pal make you pay like $6 to chart your food. Chronometer is free and is better. Shout out Chronometer. They ain't paying me nothing to say that. I should probably get them to pay me before I say that, but that's what I'm using. All right. So in the first half, let's talk about the good. Let's talk about the good. DeJuan Jones looks good. Alex Wright looks good. Nobody really stood out in defensive tackle. I think Jordan Kay and Tony Fields have had some good moments. I think the linebackers look good. Haven't really seen anything from the safeties. You know, the corners had their moments. So, you know, those 4 players look good. I really like what I saw from Alex Wright as far as like him developing his technique. I saw them move him inside and outside. I'm really excited about that. So that's all good. Our offense, Kellen Mond is what Kellen Mond is. We kind of knew he was going to be booty butt cheeks, but like it's the preseason. Who cares? Cedric Tillman looks good. We kind of expected that given what we heard at camp. DeJuan Jones looks good, but like the thing you're worried about DeJuan Jones with is when he goes up against NFL caliber talent, will his size not be enough? You're not really seeing that in the Hall of Fame game. His size is going to get him through the preseason. He's going to look good in the preseason no matter what. Then we have to talk about, let's see, offensively, John Kelly. It goes without saying he looks good. He looks really good. Didn't really see much from James Hudson. Didn't really see much from anybody else. So, yeah, I would say those things look good. Special teams, K York look like K York. It's the same guy from last year. The punter looks fine. The punt return stuff, kick return stuff, it's what it is. Yeah, I think. And what's his name? Dimitri Felton looked good returning some punts. So that's my analysis of the first. I think that those guys look good. Look, K York is what it is. And I will say special teams reps in the preseason kind of do matter more because this is more close to a game situation. And it's like, man, if he's going to suck in the preseason, why should I believe it's just going to change in the regular season? Especially when the job's not that different. The job is so much different for everybody else, but it's really not that much different for the kicker. K York got a tackle. Somebody said. So there's that.
Now they come back, high expectations, the ups, the downs of the season. That's when he'll really know, is this team battle tested and are they ready to take on any challenge and just be themselves?
Yeah, hey, and the challenge is winning the division this season. The Lions have not done that since 1993. That's when the division was called the NFC Central. That's how long ago it was. All right, we got more to talk about here in Canton, the Hall of Fame game halftime coming your way. Steve.
Your workspace is ready.
Looks like you got a corner office.
We planned something greater. So, let's go places. NFL Plus. NFL preseason. Rookie debuts. Stars in their new threads. And a first look at every team. Never miss a play.
Yeah, Tillman looks good. The offense looks fine. I mean, like, what are we doing? I don't know if people are seriously trying to judge the offense based on how Kellen Mond looks in it. That's not a good read. Oh, the Bears just signed Yannick Ngakoue. One year, $10.5 million.
Football Morning in America column every Monday on NBCSports.com, as well as every other thing that you can find on the NFL and NBC YouTube channel. We've got plenty still going on here in Canton. We're on the field, a touching ceremony as rings of excellence were presented to the families of 6 members of the Hall of Fame who were elected posthumously. We have the second half coming up here, and guess what? You're not going to want to miss it. Aaron Rodgers putting on a headset to talk to Chris and Mike in the booth. That's coming in the third quarter, so make sure you stick around.
This has been the Toyota halftime. Let's go places.
Premier League season.
Think we go after Aaron Donald? No. Why would we go after Aaron Donald? We don't got enough to get after Aaron Donald. Whew. Well, we back. I forgot what this feels like. You know what I mean? The highs and lows of watching the game on stream, the moments of excitement that are amplified, the moments of despair that are amplified because I'm watching the game on stream. Who do I want with the game on the line? Schwartz or York? Just punt the ball out of bounds. Like, don't even put me through it. Aaron Donald's not even worth it now. What does Aaron Donald being from Pittsburgh have to do if he wants to play for the Browns? But do they have to trade for him? Like, I'm pretty sure he's not like such a. I don't think he's a Steeler fan, dog. Like, I feel like if the Browns traded for him, he'd be like, all right. I don't feel like he'll be like, oh, you know, I'm a Steeler fan.
Going to kick it off with the Cowboys and the Giants. Sunday Night Football week number 1. It's the 104th NFL season gets going. Half number 2 here in Canton. Jets 16. Cleveland 7. Mike Tirico, Chris Collinsworth, Melissa Stark on the sideline. It was a very nice night. Last year, this game, remember, we had a delay with thunderstorms. Tonight's been beautiful. The weather looks nice for the rest of the weekend, which is so big here in Canton. They have dinner tomorrow night. All favorites get their gold jackets, and then parade Saturday morning and the induction ceremony here. New time on Saturday.
Is that the kicker or the kick returner? Oh, that's the kick returner?
Remember who it is this year.
It is the guy whose voice was in your ear for many years and still in your head. Fred Cadelli was the architect of so much of what we.
Yeah, starters never play snaps during the Hall of Fame
Among
game.
the guests who will join us in the second half include Fred Cadelli. Pete Rozelle.
Maybe if they're rookies.
Vision, TV, radio, work. Touchback here to Melissa with Kevin Stefanski a moment ago.
Kevin, you told us you were excited to see your young guys compete. How would you assess Kellen Mond in the first quarter?
Nice job. I mean, it wasn't perfect there with that interception. As quarterbacks, you hate to see that. But I thought he operated really well. It's the first time out here for a lot of the young guys, so he had some bright eyes in that huddle. But I thought he calmed them down, and it was nice to finish there with points at the end.
You know, a lot of Browns fans in the house. They traveled. How motivating is it to have them here for you guys?
It's incredible. This is our backyard. So this is just down the road to see all these Browns fans here. I hear them. We hear the barking, so it's awesome to have them here.
Pass rush was on there from his defense.
Who was that?
This guy, the rookie of USC, didn't turn around. Tim Boyle hit him right in the head. Pass incomplete.
Is that Sam Kamara?
Just sometimes, Mike, I forget how hard this game is.
Rex Fortune says, of course, it's a road rage incident.
So lucky to get the dude
Turn shootout
carry
on 77 South.
So perfect.
Outside of Akron.
Andy Reid and Patrick
Today of all
Mahomes.
days.
You come back to this game and go, God, this game's really hard.
Ika's out there. Ika's getting pushed.
4 yards against this Cleveland defense. And Chris, one of the stories with the Browns is the excitement around their defense. We both spent time talking to Jim Schwartz, former Lions coach, multiple-time defensive coordinator, now the guy running the D in Cleveland.
Yeah, and he's got a few.
Jim Schwartz, runner of the D.
This season, of course, it all starts with Myles Garrett. He is, without question, one of the. We're talking about freaky players. He may be the freakiest that there is. And now add Zadarius Smith and Dalvin.
It's third down. Let's get loud, chat.
Yeah. Some people that can go get the quarterback. So now, if you can get it going on offense, right?
False start.
Points. Allow
False start.
Rushers to begin to get after the other team's quarterbacks. Because these corners are pretty good on Cleveland.
He could just got in the game. What you mean clogging all night?
5-yard penalty. Still third down.
Sent Kamara again.
And one of the things that Jim Schwartz was saying is that my job is to get Myles Garrett as many one-on-one situations as I can. That's my job. I have to do that. So whether you're blitzing, whether you're trying to keep him back in place so you can't chip on him, if they give him one-on-one situations, tough to handle.
Israel Abanikanda is the back for third.
Hey, that's a stuff.
We're not going to get there. That Browns interior, which is a place where we get the starters going, that's going to be an important piece of what they're trying to do with Schwartz. Come up and stop there. Siaki Ika, the rookie, the third-round pick out of Baylor, made that.
Ray Rag says they got Ika out there with Togia. He's learning from the best. Leave that man
So
alone.
Dimitri Felton goes back, and Thomas Morstead will kick it away. Glad you mentioned that about getting the one-on-ones from Myles Garrett, because even without a lot of help on the opposite side, he's got Zadarius Smith this year. He's had very little help his entire Cleveland career. He's still one of the top sack guys since he came in the league. Little scheme, little help, it could have a huge year. Good punt here, belted for the 14.
That's coming back.
Nice block.
It's coming back from the spot.
Felton returns to 20.
Block in the back.
4-yard line flag.
There was a block in the back.
Where the kick happened. The line of scrimmage, I should say, for the kick. And a total of 10 penalties so far.
During the kick. During the kick, holding against the return team, number 69. That penalty is enforced half the distance to the goal from the end of the kick. First down, Cleveland, timeout.
And when we come back, we will chat with Aaron Rodgers of the Jets. His team leading 16-7.
Yeah.
Doug. What do we always say, son? Liberty Mutual customizes your car insurance.
They only pay for what you need.
That's my boy. And you get out there and you make us proud, huh?
We got the freeways.
Only pay for what you need.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
Let's say you love watching Lions play. Or maybe you love Jets. These Lions and these Jets. Or maybe it's touchdowns from the Broncos, interceptions from the Bears, sacks from the Panthers, or diving catches. NFL Sunday Ticket and YouTube TV. Sign up now.
Back in my day, we didn't have all of these types of fancy.
Oh my God. Who is complaining about the flags in the preseason game? Let me tell you something. You're going to get a lot of penalties in the preseason, period. You're definitely going to get a lot of penalties when the teams are down to their third and fourth string, because they're down to their third and fourth string. If these are dudes who could play without penalties, they wouldn't be on third and fourth string. Yeah, let's see what DTR looks like. Pretty sure we'll see it right after this commercial right here.
New York loves its stars, and it has to do what? The NFL's biggest over the years. He's checked out Broadway, the Tonys, the Knicks, and the Rangers, even across the river to where his new home is. To join the Swifties. Aaron Rodgers had a New York summer for sure. On New York. Aaron Rodgers settling in with the Jets, putting on a headset with his feet to him on the sideline. And then Dorian Thompson-Robinson, the rookie out of UCLA, his first NFL snap.
Oh, no!
It's nearly intercepted. Passes incomplete. Aaron, Mike, and Chris up here in the booth. Man, the last time we were in the booth and you were on the field, we saw you walking up the tunnel at Lambeau at the end of the season, and then you went to the Darkness Retreat. And what did you figure out? What did you figure out, man, that when you were in there, you decided you want to come back for more?
Well, I still had the love for the game. That never went away. It was just thinking about what I wanted life to be like in 2023. And this is definitely...
Hey, the run blocking's been great today.
All the thoughts that I had in that dark place for those few days.
Well, I've been in darkness most of my life, so I can relate to that. But the most fun part for me watching you has just been, you look like you're having fun, right? I mean, you're not retired, you're not on vacation, and yet you seem to really embrace this whole idea of mentoring and coaching and being around these young players. Has that been a part of the mix?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, I've always enjoyed that role, and I've had a lot of great backups over the years. And I love and still.
Yeah, get it back, Schwartz. Get it back, Schwartz. Get it back, Schwartz.
For 3 years and learn.
Ford is not playing, no.
Listening to him, see how he went about his business, and I always felt like it's part of the job is to help those young guys.
I swam today, brother. I'm not getting on the elliptical.
There was a great one behind me in Green Bay who's getting an opportunity now, which is really fun for J Love, and I'm loving helping Zach and Tim and Chris. It's been a lot of fun.
Dorian Thompson-Robinson, the Browns pick up a first down and continue off from the 20.
Oh.
It's incomplete. But for you,
Yeah, Thompson threw that low.
Your juice, you can see it, you can feel it. We were talking on the field before the game. You committed to, you took a big pay cut, like left $30 million on the table. What is it about getting into this situation that has you hungry and feeling young again?
Well, I love our team. I love the guys we got. I love the men and women that work for the organization. It's a really fun environment. I think that's what you got to do when there's just a big time change in your life. You can resist it, or you can just jump in and surrender to the process and all the newness of it, and just the excitement. I mean, it's
Get out of there.
It's been a lot of fun.
Get out of there. Okay, DTR, show off the legs.
A team that's really hungry. That had some success last year. Obviously finished rough, but the pieces are in place. And Robert has done an incredible job of putting a staff together that encourage these guys, that push these guys, that holds them accountable. And
Man, just put him in a small box in the left-hand corner or something.
cog in that wheel, and I know my role, and it's an important one. But I'm excited to get the live ones going here. This is fun. I mean, football's back. It's August, it's training camp, but it's an exciting time of the year.
The old cog in the wheel, that you are. But the cog in the wheel right now is for the first time, I think, going to get a chance to do some things and have input at a level maybe that you never have in your whole career. Mike McCarthy, great coach, Matt LaFleur.
Why didn't they run one of those plays with Kellerman?
You into your offense. Now you have your buddy Nathaniel Hackett there, and who is not just a really talented football coach, a good guy and someone you like hanging around with. Give us the experience of putting this offense together.
Well, it's a lot of fun. It's actually a lot of
70 feet. There we go.
To the 19th season when COVID hit and we couldn't meet in person. Matt and
Would they end this interview already? I want to watch the actual game.
nobody knew what Zoom was, and then Zoom went crazy, and that was like our lives, right? For a good portion of the day was Zoom meetings. We put together a blend of a lot of stuff that Matt's done, some of the stuff that I did with Mike for so many years, and then a lot of stuff that Nathaniel's done at various places. Obviously, he's got the pedigree. His dad, legendary football coach, and so it's a lot of that stuff that we did in 20 and in 21 that we had a lot of success with, and then some other stuff that we picked up along the way. But I love Nate. He's an incredible guy. He's got a great wife and 4 amazing kids, and he brings a great energy to work every single day. And obviously, he went through some growing pains last year.
Let's knock that down. Wow, another flag. All right, get off the fucking interview.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a hit, a late hit on defensive player there. Keep this drive going for the Browns. Hey, look, Sean Payton made the.
I don't care if Kellerman's the athlete I think he is. I just want Kellerman to do something other than throw the ball.
And so did some of the other people on your team. That speaks a little bit to your personal.
Oh my God, end this fucking interview.
That you've connected so well with him over the years.
Well, he's a man of high character.
This is the same shit he says at the press conference. Why do we do this? We don't need to hear more of this.
Well, it's not just his family, but it's his family at work. And he shows us how much he cares all the time. And he brings incredible energy and juice to the workplace. Anybody that's worked with him, I think would probably speak pretty glowingly about his habits and his demeanor and his attitude.
I don't need them to interview Deshaun Watson. I know what Deshaun Watson going to say. They're going to ask him the same shit they asked in the press
I love him
conference.
so much, and this is like a dream to be able to be back with him. Just because
I promise you, if somebody is watching the second half of a Hall of Fame game, they do not need extra content to get through more football.
You with that diamond number 8 around your neck and sauce. You guys,
Dog, end it.
I honestly have never seen anybody kind of come in and just like be one of the kids. It feels like you're one of the kids on this football team. My question for you is, How soon can the kids catch up to you, though? How soon can Garrett Wilson get to a
Aaron Rodgers been on the fucking screen since the Browns scored a touchdown.
be what it might be?
Well, I think pretty quick. I think they're smart guys. They're talented guys.
There's another flag I'm not going to know about.
During the OTA time was just a lot of conversation around what we're trying to do, what we're trying to accomplish, what to be ready for. But Garrett, man, he's a special talent, and obviously, you know, Joe's done a great job of drafting the offensive and defensive rookie of the year last year with you know, my new best friend Sauce. And Garrett, I mean, Garrett is just what an amazing kid. You know, I have so much love and respect for Devontae. I feel like he's the best receiver in the league. So I don't say this lightly, but there are definitely traits that this 17 has that special 17 has as well. And I'm not going to put him in that category yet because you know, Devontae is in a category by himself. But Garrett has the potential to really be special for a long time.
Good catch. They're going to give him 4, right?
Incredible talent. He's got a great work ethic, and he's a freaking great kid. I mean, he really is a good human being. He cares about it, carries himself the right way, carries himself like a seasoned vet, but he's got a humility that you'd love to see from a young player. So I'm so excited to work with him. He's unfortunately coming back from a little ankle thing he did in practice, but awesome kid. And we got a lot of other
muted. I cannot listen to more.
won a couple championships. We got
That's offsides.
He's an extremely talented guy.
Yeah, come on, first down.
Young guys in
They still got Will McDonald out there, and he's not looking that good.
the second drive here tonight does some good things. So it's fun. I mean, the team it's going to be tough to get down to 53 because there's a lot of depth in a lot of positions. But yeah, man, I'm loving my time here. I mean, I've just embraced everything in New York and had some great opportunities at MSG and concerts, Taylor Swift and Ed Sheeran and plays, and there's a lot of stuff to do. I'm enjoying it.
You're the mayor, man. You're the mayor of New York. Penalty here on the Jets. It's 3rd and 1 coming up. Before we let you go, by the way, you can come join us for every preseason game. This has been great.
I'm on TV. I'm trying to get on right now.
Put him on. Let's go. We're chilling.
They don't face it. I want to do one more thing with you after this first down play here, Aaron. Dorian Thompson-Robinson, the rookie out of UCLA, has had a nice drive here as he throws here.
Oh, wow. Great catch.
Isaiah Mitchell-Patton tried the first half. So you went to the Hall of Fame for the first time. You walked in there, and you were walking past the busts and looking at all the busts. It hit me when I saw this. You're going to be one of those busts in the Hall of Fame one day. Did that hit you as you were kind of walking through and taking all that in?
I mean, it did, yeah. It did. I've been a fan of the league since I had a memory, and there's been so many incredible players that I've played against now. They're in the Hall. I mean, tonight, you know, DeMarcus Ware,
Another false start.
Barber, Darrell Revis, you know, played against all 3 of those guys. That's what happens when you've been around as long as I have. But it's a special place, so much great history. I mean, I've said this before. I grew up wearing out this old VHS tape of Super Bowl highlights. So I'm a you know, I've been in love with the game since as long as I can remember, and this is always what I wanted to do. So to be able to still be doing it, to have this fun new opportunity here, to have 18 great years in Green Bay with such a storied franchise, and then to one day have that at the end of the road, it's going to be pretty special.
So when they put you in, are you going to do like DeMarcus and sing the national anthem? Because I'm going to buy my tickets now. I'm going to go ahead.
Oh, my God. If you ask one more question,
Is DeMarcus going to sing?
I'm sliding.
And they announce it.
I'm sliding.
I think he's going to introduce the singer, and then he started. He was amazing.
Oh, good play. Just run. Oh, he did a jump. Oh, Josh Dobbs is in trouble.
That's pretty cool. He's a talented kid. He's a West Coast.
Josh Dobbs is in trouble.
Yeah, that's a really good guy.
Yeah, he's with Chip Kelly. Nice run right in
I
front
told
of
him
you.
to slide tonight, though. He took on necessary shot. Come on. BTR, get out, buddy.
You're mentoring the whole league, man. That's great. Hey, great catching up. We're going to see you against Patrick Mahomes week 4 Sunday Night Football. We can't wait to check you out there. Thanks, man. Congratulations on the new stop, the new shade of green, and we look forward to watching you.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate it.
Aaron Rodgers joining us from the sideline. Appreciate his time here as Dorian Thompson-Robinson got through a really good drive here. This is play 11 of it. And
Oh, a block. Okay, Tutty.
how about that? Dorian Thompson-Robinson. He's running, he's throwing blocks. He's celebrating. His first drive in the NFL was pretty sweet. 11 plays, 93 yards, all the way down the field.
Hey, what's this?
Yeah. Lay the wood.
Awesome.
Lay the wood.
You could tell, right, when we were meeting with him, you could tell he's got a little juice to that guy. And we saw a little bit of that game against USC and some of the touchdowns and his reaction. He was
Professor Chaos, are we watching preseason or Aaron Rodgers talking with his buddies? He don't even like them.
The block's going to hurt a little bit. DeMarcus Ware, we heard him in song. We'll talk to him after this.
That boy was flat.
During Toyota's national sales event, you can make memories that way.
Okay, fine. Come on.
Where's that? Mom, just be in the moment. Yeah, just keep present.
Toyo, let's go places. You like being on the people's business.
Trying very hard not to be. You make it very cheap.
Someone said if Aaron Rodgers likes DTR, I like DTR. See, the thing is, when Aaron Rodgers says he likes DTR, I'm not sure he's not referring to an illicit drug. You know what I mean? Like, how do I know he's talking about Dorian Thompson-Robinson? I feel like it sounds like a drug. Like he might be talking about something else. DTR blocks like Baker thinks he's blocked. That was a good drive, though. That was good. That was fun.
The dream come true. A dream that you can't dream. You can dream of making NFL, Defensive Player of the Year, breaking sack records, but you can't dream about the Hall of Fame. It's a blessing. It's a blessing that's going to live on in your heart.
All those years with Dallas, the ring with the Broncos, four-time first-team All-Pro, All-Decade team of the 2000s, DeMarcus Ware. As it see here, Aaron's perspective, and you start to see the guys who were around for a while, some of their contemporaries who went into the Hall of Fame. We'll talk to DeMarcus Ware momentarily. It's been a decent game, 16-14. Touchback, Jets getting it to 25, and we get down to Melissa.
Well, Mike, before we talk about the Hall of Fame, we have to talk about his other big role tonight, singing the national anthem. Aaron Rodgers just said, you did great.
I think that's the first compliment I've ever gotten from him because he was just so tired of me saying that was the first compliment I've ever gotten from him.
I love it. Well, it was due right now. No time better than the present.
Hey, K. York made the field goal, right?
Nervous you have ever been in your life for anything. Why?
Because it's the most vulnerable time. You're out there by yourself.
Ooh.
It's about you and you're singing. It's not putting the pads on and going out and hitting guys. You're singing and having especially the national anthem, and that's huge.
And you and Demaryius Thomas always stood next to each other during the national anthem.
That was this is actually the reason why I ended up doing it. It's because me and Demaryius, we would be on the sideline singing the national anthem. He's not here right now, and I knew he was going to be there with me out there when I was.
Oh, I see. Now I feel bad for all them jokes. See, we shouldn't have made fun of it.
A moment that I feel like I needed, especially for this speech.
You told me that fellow Alabama native Bo Jackson is the reason you played football. Can you share that story?
Actually, you know, he came to the boys and
Is DTR the new preseason champion? Let me tell you, he earned a #1 contenders match. That's what I would say. If this was wrestling, he earned a #1 contenders match. He won the battle royal. You know what I mean? Like, watch out, Josh Dobbs.
And that's the reason why I started playing. And I remember selling hopes at an Auburn University football game and him coming out getting recognized. And I thought to myself, oh my God, that's Bo Knows. And I started playing football my 9th grade year, playing running back. I'm not playing running back anymore, but it was so cool for him motivating me to play. And that's the reason why I started.
Because you said you wanted to play baseball or run track.
Yeah, baseball and track.
Exactly. All right, Jerry Jones, Cowboys owner, is presenting you at the ceremony. He has believed in you since day one, going back to draft day. Can you tell us about the bet that he had with Bill Parcells?
Actually, him and Bill Parcells, they had a bet for $1. And that $1 bet was I had to average 8 sacks for 3 years, or I would be a bust, because Bill Parcells wanted Sean Merriman. Well, I averaged about 11 or 12 sacks for 12 years. And Jerry Jones won that bet. And it's so cool because I still have that dollar at home that he gave to me, and just to signify that, hey, I won that bet, and that's why he's announcing for me, actually presenting me in this hall.
So awesome. And then you win your Super Bowl in 2016, Super Bowl 50 with the Broncos. What can you tell me?
I would just love to know what's going on.
I always think about, you know, the model that we had, iron sharpens iron and another man sharpens another. Playing with Peyton, playing with Demarius, playing with Bob.
Yeah, somebody just got hurt.
And having a total team atmosphere that whole time I played up there in Broncos country, because it changed my life. And it's so cool because I got to play for Denver, but also the Dallas Cowboys. I feel like both of those teams are America's team. And to be able to sort of be a part of them being a part of the Hall of Fame and both of those teams now, it's just great.
Well, congratulations. Enjoy the weekend and keep singing.
I'm going to try my best.
A note for you guys.
I love it. Thank you, Melissa. You mentioned Demaryius Thomas, who passed away December 2021, and which DeMarcus or Peyton Manning, the people in that Broncos team, they always keep his spirit alive because he had such a spirit.
Oh my gosh, he was.
And the inspiration to do that national anthem, that just says so much about all the people along the way who helped these Hall of Famers get to this ultimate spot in pro football.
I've sat in this seat for a lot of years, for a lot of football games. I don't think I've ever been more nervous for a football player than when he came out to sing that.
Third down.
Travis Dye, the run there for 2 yards. We talk about Cowboys and defensive players from the Cowboys going in the Hall. Also, Chuck Howley, 13 of his 15 years in Dallas. Look at what Bob Lilly, the Hall of Famer, said about him. No doomsday defense without him. And Tom Landry, also in the Pro Football Hall of Fame. I don't know that I've seen anyone better at linebacker. Super Bowl VI champion. He was the first and still the only player to win the MVP of the Super Bowl on a losing team in Super Bowl V. You see the rest of his plaudits along the way. Chuck Howley into the Pro Football Hall of Fame.
There we go. IT.
Comes through with the tackle of Travis Dye, and he is named after the basketball star.
You know that dude from the voicemail, Truth and Reason, that called DTR Mahomes is going to blow this way out of proportion. Oh, buddy, it's going to be a long fucking month.
Other than one play.
He elevated to a level. Yeah. And we also, well, what's the advantage? Mahomes.
Oh, they think you sweet. They think sweet out here. No, let's get this game back. Let's get this game back. No, sir.
The Browns.
No, sir. No soft bones up in here, just dog bones. Yeah, you done fucked up now.
No way.
We coming now.
So this is your plan? Watching with this crew from work.
With help Josh Allen, I have to watch their NFL Sunday ticket.
That's not a great plan.
what this is. My plan from Verizon. Switch now. Get NFL Sunday Ticket from YouTube TV on them.
I'm really into this plan.
And they're really into whatever this is. I wouldn't.
I won't.
For a limited time, get NFL Sunday Ticket from YouTube TV on us. A $449 value. Plus, get a free Samsung Galaxy S23. Only on Verizon.
For a limited time, get Valspar Signature Paint starting at $35.98. Made for more. Valspar. Available at Lowe's.
The story of Dracula on the last voyage of the Demeter.
World is a vampire.
Much is untold.
All right, man. Let's see if he's really to go. If he's really the Josh Dobbs of the preseason. If he's ready to take the crown and fight for the championship, then DTR knows what needs to be done here. We need to capitalize on this momentum and get at least 3 points out of it. If you want to beat a man, you gotta beat the man. And this is what Josh Dobbs would do right now. Get a first down, get another first down, and get either 3 points or 7. Let's go. Let's go. Let's see if the man's real.
Brought to you by Toyota. Let's go places. Live through 3 in theaters September 1st. All the work that goes on for the buses that will be unveiled Saturday for the class of 2023. Some of the behind the scenes and the process to create them all.
I would want to make sure that Joe Clef,
They should just use the scans for Madden.
one of the most intimidating guys that played against.
Track 2 for Dorian Thompson.
Uh-oh. There's room. There's room.
Bruin to Bruin. And a gain of about 5 yards. That first drive was something.
The highlight of the game, other than Aaron Rodgers and his stories, was this guy right here, Dorian Thompson-Robinson, taking off. He had 30 yards rushing, 31 yards passing. He showed all of his skills. And honestly, this is kind of how he played at UCLA. Mike, we watched a lot of his highlights, right? I mean, this guy's special, but he finished it off with that touchdown block right there. And if you're trying to make an impression made.
Gain of 4.
Seal it.
Left side.
Woo.
Gets 4 more. So he was picked 140 in the draft. Very prolific, as you said. We said to him when we
DTR and Demetric Felton back together.
5 years at UCLA. He said, no. I started 4.5. Not 5 years. You would make it sound like he was there forever. But he left the all-time leading passer and total yards and a whole bunch of all-time stats. But Chip Kelly made a huge impression on the quarterback you're seeing out there right now.
He really did, because it was a pro-style system that he was learning for those 5 years. So when we talk about, well, isn't it great that Aaron Rodgers
All right,
come in and
DTR.
sit behind Brett Favre and learn a pro-style
Short, sweet, on time.
Well, basically, that's what Dorian Thompson
You should probably go for it, right?
Now, the one difference is they
Are we gonna
use
punt?
signals to call in the plays, whereas now he's having to verbalize all these lengthy play calls that they have.
That time it was the Jets' first-round pick, Will McDonald, who has stayed in the game, and we've seen a good amount of, who got right in there and wouldn't let Thompson-Robinson set and throw. So Cleveland will kick it.
He's no Josh Dobbs.
The other half of this punting competition for the second straight cat for Cleveland. And not a good one. On the bounce, nicely fielded, 42-yard kick. Alex Erickson got it at the 19. Takes it to around the 28-yard line.
Well, they do have a punting competition, so I guess that's why they punt.
The Pro Football Hall of Fame game.
Punters got to get reps too, y'all. They're people. They still got to be evaluated. Yeah. Yeah, Cam. Everybody in the rookie class so far has had a moment. Oh, wait. Let me turn the AC on. It's hot in here now. Ooh. I don't like the new setup. This is different than what I normally do. I'm doing it now in my office area. I feel like this provides a little bit easier access for me to do all the things that I need to do since I have the two screens available. I don't have to be on my phone controlling the stream half the time.
But I think
And it's easier for me to be on time to the stream since there's less I have to set up.
Tom Coryell joining this Hall of Fame class, Coach of the Year with the St. Louis Cardinals. Those passing yards and success. How about that one, though, at the bottom? Only person with 100-plus games as a college and a pro head coach.
You could not.
Let's go, D-Biz.
It was, I mean, it was
Ooh, Eek is in there. Ah, they ran away from it.
So we're on the sideline, and the score is, it ended up like 50-35 or something, something like that. And we're out there, and we're just sitting on the bench. We scored, come back over, and somebody looked up and said, "Somebody's got to get that chain crew some oxygen." And these a little bit older guys, and they're like, been over, they've been sprinting up and down the field, but you couldn't outscore them. It was unbelievable.
Bouts, Joyner, Chandler, Winslow there, but tight end, so many terrific players over the years. Into the third quarter here in Canton.
Hey, the rookies look good. I wish I could have seen Tillman in there with DTR. I don't know if he's still out there, but I want to see those two connect. Tighten up, Q, before we cut. Yeah, I know Schwartz made a catch. Someone smeared Vaseline on the camera lens? No, that's the autofocus, guys. I was just close to it. It was adjusting the focus. I don't know. Gotta be at work at 3:30 in the morning? Ooh. Ooh, that's tough. Oh, man. Damn. That sucks. At least you get off, like, I'm assuming what you'll get off at what? I don't know, probably at noon? No, we're not doing the KU emergency stream.
Make memories that will.
Is that a real thing? Like, do bakers have to get to work at 3:30 in the morning?
Make memories that will.
No, they don't look like no Vaseline on the screen. What the fuck are y'all guys talking about? Oh, manager at Target. Oh, you gotta get in probably while to make sure loading crew does what they supposed to do.
Playoffs on USA
Oof.
2 Eastern time for NASCAR this weekend. It's across the border from Ohio in Michigan. Well, as we were going to the end of the quarter, Chris was telling his story and the lights were going dark. I thought it was the guys, the chain gang you were talking about.
It's not the first time ever somebody has turned the lights out when I was telling the story.
Well, here's what happened. The bank on our side of the stadium where we are,
Oh, the lights went out?
the bank of lights went out. The bank of lights on the opposite side is still going. So we are currently.
We got to blame Aaron.
We in delay?
We're on the darkest tree.
We're all in it together now. That's good.
So we wait here for the moment. And
Now, this would have been a great time for an interview.
they work on that. We'll step out for a moment.
Nah, we get commercials, though. Football on the street lights. Nah, it's not happening. How do we lose lights? How does that happen? Like there's no storms. Like what happened? Did somebody just like hit a button by accident? Because those lights take forever to turn on if they're not LED. If those are like regular, like I don't know what you call them, but non-electrical lights, like actual like filament lights, then oh god, it's gonna take forever to light up. Yeah, like have them on for like 30 minutes or something like that. I remember it took so long for the lights to light up that like when I was in college, Youngstown State used to just have the lights on for the football stadium all the time. Like it would just save electricity somehow running them all the time than like not.
All right, 5 weeks from tonight, it's real. It's the Lions and the Chiefs. NFL Kickoff Weekend 2023, presented by YouTube TV. Our coverage begins with our entire team, 7 Eastern Time. Kansas City will have their moment to celebrate the championship, and the season begins anew. And now the night before.
Quick, somebody grab Deshaun Watson. Get him a microphone. We're going to give him an interview.
It's 9 o'clock Eastern on NBC.
And them lights still ain't fixed, dog.
Set the table for the season on Wednesday.
They just go have to play.
On the tee and get it going on Thursday night of kickoff weekend. So the lights have been activated. They are slowly coming back on, which gives us time to visit with Melissa again.
Well, guys, I have Zach Thomas here, who has already been very vocal about the fact that you are trying not to be emotional.
Somebody accidentally turned the lights off, dog. That's really what happened.
So that's why they'd always put me in the front to pay attention.
And that just gave me a work ethic because I worked with my mom countless hours just to work on that, to not get embarrassed in the classroom. And I think that's where it started, my whole work ethic. And it just molded me into the player I am. It's crazy. That's all I thought about, and obsessed with football and just worked at it.
But you also had to learn to read lips, and Peyton Manning said it was terrible going to Miami because you were always calling out their plays.
Well, I didn't call his plays out all the time.
Got hit by a truck. Somebody was fucking around in an electric golf cart, wasn't it? That's usually what happens. Somebody was messing around in an electric car, trying to do tricks, trying to impress some girl, and done turned off all the lights. Whose son? Whose son? Somebody's son.
Your Dolphins head coach is presenting you this weekend. And he told me when he drafted you, he thought you'd be a special teams player or a backup. And you and I were just talking about it, how important preseason games are, because the first preseason game, he decided you were starting. Just walk me through your relationship with him.
Well,
and take a look at this photo.
Oh, wow. He was intense and passionate, but I'm just happy the lights didn't go out on our first game because I wouldn't be here today. How crazy is that? It might have took a little while, but I gave him the chance. After the first preseason game, I started from then on out for 12 years with the Dolphins. And so you got to get a little lucky along the way, but I was lucky to have a coach that believed.
Somebody said it's Perry on Winfrey on the scooter that turned off the lights.
Who to present me, and that's Jimmy.
You are just the third linebacker to go into the Hall of Fame 6 feet and under. Under 6 feet. Did you not know that?
No. So we got Sam Mills, who's the other.
Look up here. Nick Buonacati. Yes.
Buonacati, yes. Oh, man.
So you didn't know that?
No.
Okay, so what message does that send to young kids out there that think they're too small?
That you're probably still too fucking small to play linebacker. I said it. I'm sorry. If 3 people in NFL history made the Hall of Fame under 6 feet, yo short ass ain't making it, dog. Like that, nah. All the linebackers in football, we got 3. I'm sorry, son. I'm sorry. Don't try to inspire the kids, man. Sometimes you just need to realize if you're under 6 foot, you're not playing linebacker, big dog. Well, little man, you are playing running back. That's just what it is. That's just what it is. We can't keep lying to the kids. Gonna be out here talking about you can be under 6 foot and play center. No, you can't. Some jobs are just height prohibitive. You can't have it all. You can't have it all.
Going into the Hall of Fame.
Yes, man. Oh, man, I can't wait.
And the tears are coming, guys. Congratulations.
All right. Thank you.
You got it, Melissa. You got it, man. I love hearing from these guys. There's a game going on, right? But this weekend and with these guys, you come here.
Said I'm destroying the kids' dreams.
The other officials talking with Robert Saleh and Kevin Stefanski. As they are all in communication and conversation. Lights powered down, and they're going to come back up and get ready to go and see if we. I'm just saying, man. Like, you need to stop lying to your child. If he talk about I'm gonna be an NFL linebacker, he 5'8". Like, nah, dog. You better get good at playing running back. You want to make the league, and I don't know if you're athletic enough for that. You better learn in college. Like, you one of them dudes who need to learn in college. You know what I mean? Like, some dudes don't have to learn in college, but you got to learn. You got to develop a skill. You know what I mean? Like, football ain't happening for you. I'm 5'8". I had to learn that. I wasn't good at sports, so I had to learn that at like 13. Hey, dog, you going to have to pick up a trade. You know what I mean? Don't be selling lies to these kids, man. Look, 5'8's not an elite athlete height. It just isn't. It isn't. Maybe in soccer, but we don't play that much here. There ain't enough bread in that. So you're gonna have to learn how to do some skills. All right. Where was that? You have to get that boy a timeout. Better learn how to play slot corner. You know what I mean? Like, what do you mean?
What do you mean? How tall would you say that you have to be to make the NFL? I mean, like, height really don't have much to do with it. Like, how athletic are you? How fast you're 40? If you run a sub 4.6 40, you might be able to make the league. If you're 6'5", you might be able to make the league. If you're 6 foot but slow, you're not going to make the league. You know what I mean? It's about athleticism and being in the right spot. You can make the league under 6 feet. If you're a running back, nobody cares how tall you are. But if you play like wide receiver, yeah, dog, 5'8" ain't cutting it unless you're the fastest man on earth. And let me be real with you. You don't have to be just fast to play in the league at 5'8". You have to be ungodly fast. Tyreek Hill barely made the league and he fast as earth. And you ain't even gonna make the league as no 5'8" kicker. Nobody want no 5'8" kicker. Those kickers are usually like 6'2". 5'8" in baseball is fine. Yeah, you can be 5'8" in baseball. Don't nobody care. Don't nobody know how big baseball players are. Let me tell you one thing you can't be 5'8" and survive in is basketball. You're not going to do it. There will never be another Muggsy Bogues.
Class for the Hall of Fame. And
Did they just change the exposure level so we could just play some football?
including one who was part of the best pass rush in New York Jets history.
Out of 30,000 people, whatever it is, to play the game to be 366. It's such an honor. It's unbelievable. There's not many people here. It's a handful of guys that you played against. It just goes to show you how rare and how really an honor it is to be in here.
Joe Klecko and the New York Sack Exchange. They played at Old Shea Stadium, at the lower part of Shea Stadium, bouncing up and down as Klecko and that defense got going. Some of the Jets' best days when it's been time when the Jets were not very good over that generation or so. But this was one of their greats. Now going to the Hall of Fame, Joe Klecko visiting now with Melissa.
Yes, Mike, and he played his last game 35.
Somebody said, well, Deuce Vaughn is 5'5". Deuce Vaughn barely got drafted. Only reason he got drafted is because his daddy worked for the Cowboys, and he might make the little league. I think he's good. But you realize how good Deuce Vaughn is? Athletic Deuce Vaughn is. Deuce Vaughn was the best player on Kansas State, and Kansas State almost made the playoffs, and he still barely got drafted. That's all I'm saying. Ain't nothing wrong with being short. I think that being short's cool. You get to fit in more places. You save money on a mattress. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's not bad. It's not bad. There's plenty of good things happening here. You know, you get to sit in normal chairs. Shit fits. You know what I mean? Like, being tall is cool until you got to wear stuff and sit in chairs. This stuff's mad uncomfortable. You have, like, tall people have trouble with cars and all that. You ain't got to worry about that as a 5'8" person. You know what I mean? The world is made for you at 5'8". So it's great being 5'8". But there's some stuff you can't do, right? The same way somebody who's 6'6" probably can't drive a Camry and feel normal in it. It's the same way your 5'8" ass ain't probably making the league. You know what I mean? There's trade-offs. That's all I'm saying. There's trade-offs. There's trade-offs. There's trade-offs. There's plenty of careers for you at 5'8". Just not athletic careers. Not a lot. You know what I mean? Those spots are taken up. Airplanes, you rather be 5'8" on an airplane. That's a great place. Somebody brought that up. Who said that? You know what I mean? Lynn John, great point. Roller coasters. The world's made for you at 5'8". Just not on the football field. That's not made for you. That's not for you. Basketball court, stay off of it. You can play cricket, though. You can play cricket. Rugby. You ain't got to be tall to play rugby. Hey, what else? You can play backgammon. You got backgammon. Poker. You can play poker still. You know what I mean? Competitive go-kart racing. You could be a jockey, a horse jockey at 5'8". You be a big jockey at 5'8" too. You know what I mean? What else can I bet it's easier to ride a motorcycle.
Let me tell you something. It was the night before any game was at least a 6.
Your back hurt less?
And that was double for the Jets, trust me.
Chris Strebler said that quarterback in this pass is incomplete. Melissa, one more time.
So you played every position on that defensive line. What made you so?
How do they still have people to interview?
It was an oddball thing that I started out at end because I think what it was something that forced me into that position because we didn't have somebody. And then what happened was I just learned very quickly how to play it well, and I excelled at it. And, you know, as they moved me down inside, we didn't have anybody there, so I moved in there. But that was home for me inside because it was things a lot quicker, a lot faster. And I used to fight when I was younger, so everything being in there was in defense.
Oh, turn around. Oh, he didn't see it.
Reaction. So
He didn't see it.
Very easy. You know, a lot of guys play nose tackle and they're doubled all the time. Well, I didn't play it the way some people played it. I played it very aggressively, getting off the ball and all. And when things happened quickly, I reacted and I could beat the defensive lineman.
Somebody say F1 drivers.
The way I was. And I just enjoyed playing up and down. Why was I versatile enough to play it? I played every single one the same way. It's just that
Aaron used to the darkness by now.
Great answer. Great answer.
Says Professor Chaos. Appreciate the super chat.
For many decades, and you were very vocal about when Aaron Rodgers came. What did you think then? What do you think now?
Oh, it's a whole different story. Reason being is when he came in, you know, it was all the rhetoric about him basically with Green Bay, you know, when he was leaving there. I mean, his dark place, everything else, the feuds with the general manager and stuff like that. And these kids being young kids being so, you know, to be able to express themselves as a young team with an older guy, or they're going to listen.
Rex Fortune says 5'8" means you could be a great luchador, go wrestle Vikingo or Kenny Omega. I think Vikingo's like 5'5", right? He's not big. I seen him on TV.
He wanted to show everybody here that he was really into the Jets. He
gotta be super athletic though.
Listen, he's probably playing right now. I think I'm correct when I say he's the most accurate passer in the NFL. I mean, what more could you ask? You know, I mean, Wilson was a little bit of a misnomer as a draft choice as a quarterback. But now you have, you know, Tom Brady's gone. So now you probably have the best quarterback in the NFL. And even when Brady was here, he was probably, you know, a tip between either one of them, which it was. But he's the most accurate passer in the league. You know, the idea of what I brought on when he was here, I was always wondering if he'd get along with the young guys. Then I see him and Sauce Gardner in the next game, you know, and he's out on the town and stuff. So he's made it work. He has made it work, and he has shown everybody.
Good throw. All right, Professor Chaos says you could be a YouTuber at 5'8". All right now. We hitting a little close to home now, Professor Chaos. All right now.
And we're having a great time. It's wonderful.
Enjoy every second.
But that is true.
It's so great to hear Joe talking about ball, and guy you lined up next to, Marty Lyons, does the same.
Yeah.
With our friend Bob Wischusen on the Jets radio broadcast. It's Klecko, it's Lyons, Abdul Salam, and Mark Gastineau, the New York Sack Exchange. That group was something to watch.
Go out.
Amazing. I mean, they honestly were.
Here we go.
Roy Thompson Robinson continues to excel here.
Jarvis Landry.
Watkins Jr., first-year man out of UAB. Catch there. He's played the USFL and the CFL, and I'm trying to find a spot here in the big league.
I've just been impressed so far with Dorian Thompson Robinson, and maybe he takes his ability to create artwork and tattoos and makes something out of tonight. That was pretty impressive, right? I mean, we got a chance to visit with him, and we loved how he played. We watched a bunch of tape on him. He ran, he threw, he made a lot of plays at UCLA. But getting a chance to talk with him was more impressive.
Hassan Hall with the carry, and he goes nowhere. Caleb Johnson takes him down on the sideline. You mentioned the tattoos. He has drawn and sketched all of the tattoos that he has. His parents, the body art that he has. A great meaning with all of these, remembering really Dwayne Haskins and going back to even some on the back end.
I don't want to be that guy, but like, how did a dude in college afford all them tattoos? NIL was only but so many years of his career. You know what I mean? Those aren't cheap tattoos.
He's got one half of his body all religious material.
There you go, good run. And I don't know how much y'all know about tattoos, but I'll just tell you this: they not cheap. This tattoo I got was not cheap. This is like $300 to get one tattoo like that.
Process. He was ticketed for Michigan. He ends up at UCLA, which is going to join Michigan in the Big Ten next year. That's another story. But his mom and her brother based in Columbus. So he's back.
I'm not mad at him for getting his money. I'm just wondering how he was getting his money.
With the Browns, just up the road in Northeast Ohio.
And he's got a guy he's playing a little ball with here as well, Cedric Tillman, the wide receiver, who he claims he throws to every time in practice.
Well, Tillman, who we saw with a couple of catches earlier in this game, he's got 3 targets and 2 catches. They were teammates in Las Vegas at Bishop Gorman High School.
Shout out to the short king, Shane Wynn. Why you put Shane Wynn on blast like that? Leave that man alone. Glenville legend. Don't do Shane Wynn like that.
The same draft, but drafted by the same team.
Respect your elders, man.
To the 40-yard line. Thompson Robinson took a shot, but
Why you ain't gotta do no Shane Wynn like that, man?
to Mike Harley Jr.
Yeah, when you get down to this point in the game, it is all about the tackles and somebody please block somebody, and that's what happens all too often. It's why you don't see starting quarterbacks playing quarterback in the
Way to block, Dewan. Use that lane. Woo, Dewan. Oh, it's gone.
To the 21-yard line. Pickup of 19 for Hall, who finished at Georgia Tech after his first 4 years at Louisville.
Look, it's the reason he stayed for that 5th year in college. Let me tell you, it was because he was well paid.
Hand it off. He's going to dash that way, and watch what it does to the defense. Because now when you've got a running quarterback, those linebackers, these interior players, they're not sure which way.
That's a shock when you find out how not cheap tattoos are, especially good tattoos. Oh my God, I almost had a heart attack when I found out how much my tattoo
A lot more scrambling out of that quarterback.
Good throw, it's in. Yeah, put that shit on.
Dorian Thompson Robinson has put himself on the radar here tonight.
Dorian Thompson Robinson just looks so cool. He took that big shot. It didn't faze him at all, but that was a brilliant route on the outside. Just such a good casual move to the outside, breaking back inside.
Great throw, on time, knew what to do with it.
Deshaun Watson actually sees the guy in the quarterback room with him. So the Browns take the lead in New York.
Hey, let's go, Cade.
Early big lead. Browns have come back. They're on top. As you watch the NFL Hall of Fame game presented by BROWNS.
Being an NFL fan is the greatest. Unless your home team doesn't match your hometown. Because it's hard for dolphins to survive in a desert. And eagles don't tend to nest with giants. But with NFL Sunday Ticket on YouTube, you can watch your favorite teams out of market Sunday games. So no matter where you live, it'll feel a little more like home. At least on Sunday.
DTR is Mahomes.
YouTube and YouTube.
Somebody about to be talking big shit. Yeah, the run blocking has looked incredible too. I think, look, we're going to talk about DTR and all that. That's where all the headlines are going to go. But all of these moments DTR has provided has been available because the run blocking has been great. That running out that shotgun, the way they've been doing these schemes, that's working. They got the personnel for that. Shop says DTR might be better than Kenny Pickett. You bring up an excellent point. Let me tweet that out. Yeah, I'm going to tweet that out and see what Twitter thinks.
League's history started here and celebrated every year here, and anytime you come through, you can stop and see it. And Dorian Thompson-Robinson's first day in an NFL uniform. First time you pull on the jersey, come out for a game, and he's been pretty good, Chris.
He looks like he looked at UCLA.
Right.
I mean, really. And you know, we were talking about a little bit during the break, but are we now beginning to see that paradigm shift at the quarterback position? If you have a great drop back passer, you have Tom Brady, well, of course he's going to get a chance. But there are so many more people now that are getting opportunities and creating plays and creating offenses with these RPOs and run pass options and all the read options. And we're going to see it from a lot of different quarterbacks this year.
Their whole quarterback group, Deshaun Watson, Joshua Dobbs, who's the likely backup, Kellen Mond, and Dorian Thompson-Robinson all have the ability to run that offense. So if you do have a quarterback who takes a bench, you got somebody who can come back in and keep the ball rolling. So 21-16, Browns. Jets take over at the 25 here with 9.5 to go. A third-year man out of South Dakota who started his college football journey at Minnesota, Chris Stradford, running the show for the Jets. Mario Crockett with the carry there. While we're talking about the Hall of Famers, my partner, Mr. Collinsworth, remembers one of his former teammates who's going to the Hall this weekend.
Kenny Riley was a quarterback in college. He switched to cornerback with the Bengals, but he still saw the game through a quarterback's eyes. He understood the quarterback's reads, anticipated route combinations, and read wide receivers' body language. That led him to 65 interceptions and his rightful spot in the Pro Football Hall of Fame.
Crockett to carry again as he runs to the edge.
What happened there?
Big pop there as the ball comes out over around the sideline at the 32-yard line. And it's marked out of bounds over there, shy of the first half. The officials with a quick conversation after the Crockett hit.
Ooh, that boy got laid out.
Result.
The ball will be returned to the spot of the fumble, and it'll be New York's ball for the down.
And a huge hit on Crockett. It's Charlie.
You know that's how he came up.
Tell you what, you forget. Guys are playing for their football lives out here in the fourth quarter. This is their chance. They may not get many more opportunities after this game. That was impressive.
And they called down from upstairs, said a medical timeout. And just a reminder, one of the points of emphasis in the league, you have the spotter who's upstairs. If they have any question about a hit that a player takes, they want to make sure they get looked at.
Is he all right?
They can stop the game. So they do to take
he's
out
up
for a moment to get looked at. As they do that, Chris, let's talk about your former teammate. Your words are so eloquent on Ken Riley. 65 career interceptions. Still one of the top numbers in the history of the league.
He was unbelievable. Really one of the nicest human beings I've ever known ever. And in my first training camp, I was doing okay against the other cornerbacks, but he.
Oh my God, bro says, you know who also looked good in the preseason? Deshaun Kaiser. We all know how well that went. Good thing we don't have to worry about QB1 anymore. Yeah, for sure. Hold on now. We folding now.
And he's basically coaching me through every single route that was there. But the most valuable thing that Kenny Riley did for me, we were in the office one day and the coach comes
all right, she's hungry. I gotta get her food real quick.
The turkey is Thanksgiving and da-da-da. They pass out the maps, they do the whole thing. And I'm like, oh, I don't know where that is. So I get my car and I'm getting ready to go to the turkey farm.
Free turkey, sir.
Yeah, for the whole team. You got to get. I mean, you had to load up, the truck in order to get it going there. And Kenny walked by simply and went, "Ain't no turkey farm, man." And I still remember he gets in his car and
Kenny Pickett might be in the top 5 of this division with Watson, Lamar Jackson, Burrow, DTR, and the Pro Bowl or Huntley.
Kill me out there. So I made a decision. I wasn't going to go, but I was going to come in early enough just to
Yeah, that's true. I don't even know if he's better than Mitchell Trubisky, who's also another former Pro Bowler.
Just loved his teammates. He was so smart. He knew what was going on at all times. 65 interceptions speaks for itself.
It really does. In an era where they weren't throwing it nearly as much. Ken Riley passed in 2020, but to celebrate not just his career, but his life.
Oh, make the tackle. There we go. There we go.
Travis Dye,
Speed.
when Crockett was taken out to be looked at, and Dye takes a couple of hits here on the last 2 plays. It'll bring up third down about halfway through this fourth quarter with Cleveland leading 21-16. And Chris, you said something a moment ago about all the hard hitting we're seeing here in the fourth quarter. Guys are just trying to make an impression so that in the next game, and these teams each have 3 preseason games, it's just a bonus game for them. They'll maybe get another look.
I've done a bunch of these games now over the years. The fourth quarter is always great because you get the guys in there that are trying to not get touched, and you get hits like that on almost every play.
There was a hard count and a free play, and Streveler put it up, and it was incomplete. But Mamu Diabate was the one coming in, the former
defense.
Utah
63. 5-yard penalty. Replay. Third down.
Diabate with the hit, but the offside will give Streveler another shot to pick up third down. I'll tell you something. We were talking to the GMs on the field before the game. Andrew Barrett for the Browns, Joe Douglas for the Jets. You're setting a 53-man roster. There's only one cut. It's at the end of camp. But now the practice squads are bigger. So you are really cutting from 90, which is where the rosters are now, to around.
Good push from the middle. Hey, Ika looks good.
Pick this one up here. Dye is stopped by Camara. Sam setting your man.
It's fourth down.
Good plays on the night. So you're going to use that practice squad during the year. We go to practice week 13, 14. Those guys sometimes have to back up as injuries hurt you. So the guys who are making impressions in these games are trying to find a way, if not on the 53, of the practice squad.
The important thing to remember is that it's a war of attrition out there. It really is. So when you start in week 1 and you've got all these great football players and you line up for the playoffs, it's not those same guys. These guys, or some of them, are going to have to be in a position to help that team win a championship.
Jets were one shy, and the veteran Thomas Morstead. So just hang on. Time rushing here. We'll take the flag.
Delay game. Offense. 5-yard penalty. Still fourth down. By rule, the clock will start on the snap.
That's a little change in the rule, and people used it to run down some time. So we got the Jets, of course, who will be home to start the season. So too will the Giants be on Sunday Night Football, opening against the Cowboys. Kickoff weekend 2023, presented by YouTube TV. The return of Sunday Night Football on NBC and Peacock with a standard. One of the great rivalries we've seen so often.
Hey. Just go down. Just go down. You're about to fumble.
Double caught by Felton, and then the Jets catch up to him and bring him back inside the 15-yard line. 5:36 to go in this one.
Ika looks good. Ika looks good. All the rookies look good. All right. So I'm reading this meme. It says Stetson Bennett and Sony Michel were on the same team together at Georgia. I guess Stetson was there because Jake Fromm started, and that was also Nah, Justin Fields was on the team in 19, so we're talking about the Baker Mayfield, when Baker Mayfield was still in college. I guess Stenson was still in college. That means that Sony Michel was drafted in the 4th round, played for 4 different NFL teams, won 2 Super Bowls, then retired, all while Stetson Bennett was still in college. That's crazy. That's crazy. How did y'all? There's no cat in here. I fed the cat like 10 minutes ago. Ain't no way y'all reacting to it now. Y'all will see plenty of the cats during the football season.
If you've watched primetime football for the last third of a century, our next guest has been a big part of your life. Fred Godelli, the producer of Sunday Night Football and Monday Night Football, and then Sunday night on NBC. And last year, kicking off Thursday Night Football on Amazon, helped set this rocket ship of Sunday Night Football off. 7 times the producer of the Super Bowl and the winner of the Pete Rozelle Radio and Television Award. Our colleague, our friend, Fred Godelli is being honored.
Oh, shit. Open YouTube TV.
Opening YouTube TV.
Honored this year, the Pro Football Hall of Fame weekend here in Canton.
Let's go, DT.
Could not be happier for Fred. The 17-yard line, Thompson Robinson and the Browns taking over and taking
Fuck the screen. I can run.
Sidelines.
Late hit.
21-yard line. And we are honored to be joined in the booth by Freddie. We're wearing the hats because of your wife, Holly.
Oh, yeah.
It's Fred Godelli Hall of Fame 2023 hats. Congratulations, man.
Appreciate it.
So happy for you.
Holly Collinsworth, best producer.
Isn't that the truth? It's funny because we're watching the Jets and the Browns, which was that first Monday Night Football.
Absolutely.
And launched primetime football. And primetime football has been so much of your life. What's it been like to be associated with Monday night and Sunday night for all these years?
I mean, it's like a dream come true. I mean, when I grew up, 1970, I was 10 years old. I remember watching that first game, and
number 48 in the
Monday
game.
Night Football was, I had to beg my parents to stay up for halftime to watch the halftime highlights, and then obviously Sunday Night Football, the ESPN version, and then the NBC version was the rocket to the moon. So it's been great.
So here's
Hey now. Hey, we talking really crazy about Josh Dobbs right now. I just want to say, hey, let the man get out there because we know what Josh Dobbs can do in the preseason.
primetime football over the past 3 decades, whatever it may be.
Hey, if he throws a touchdown to Schwartz, then he's in the Hall of Fame.
This guy has had as much to do with that as any announcer, as anybody who's been involved in television. And I'm thrilled for what's happening to you. But now I'm going to rip you a little bit.
Okay.
Because
I'll go next. But go ahead.
That's fair. I got Holly waiting in the wings over there somewhere. So, all right. So forever, they've had the same line. He and Drew have had the same exact line, right? Like, I can't do what they do, which is true.
Correct.
That's very true.
Very true.
But they could do what we do, right? So I'm just thinking that we've got 5 minutes left, 3.5 minutes left.
My board's here.
Turn it over. You can take mine. You can do whatever you want. Let's see a little action.
Put Aaron Rodgers in there. I'll be fine.
Lost 5.
Other than that, I don't think I'm ready to do this game.
Freddie, what is it about the marriage of television, especially primetime television, and the NFL that has turned this into one of the most successful endeavors in entertainment around the country?
Well, I mean, football is a sport that's made for television, until Peyton Manning got here. But I mean, there was 30 seconds after a play. You could do replays. I think Jimmy Johnson had the line one time, TV makes a 3-yard run look like Armageddon, and that was the big appeal of it. And at night, it kind of becomes a little magical, and you put those two things together.
Why y'all mad at Chris Collinsworth wearing the hat?
The coaches, it's a drama unlike any other, and the drama keeps changing every single week. And I think that's really one of the big attractions.
So what people may not
empty.
and it's great Rob Highland down there sitting in your chair right now.
Too high.
But after a play's over, you and I would sort of have a race to see who could tell the other one.
Ooh, how do you get out of there?
Right. And then there's this incredible blending of there's a shot taken by you guys. What are we going to do? Sometimes I'm not sure what it is. Sometimes it's something we've been working on all week long. We've been watching the tapes and doing all the different things. And it all happens in about 4 seconds. I mean, it's pretty fun to be a part of. But when you've got a great one like this guy, it's just butter.
Well, we would have a conversation, like we're having a conversation as you guys are calling the game. And it's an ongoing conversation that goes on for 3.5 hours. So, yeah, it's I used to say it's a waltz, you know, at the time with Al and Chris and Drew and I. And at some point, someone's going to lead, and the lead changes somewhat organically, and everybody just follows. And when you have like a really good team,
Somebody's hurt.
It's clockwork.
See, one of the Jets, Marquise Spencer, is injured and down. First time we've had the athletic training staff out looking at one of the players here, which is you always hate to see in this game. You mentioned Chris. Just think of all the people you worked with: Al Michaels, Chris, Michelle, John Madden,
Andrea,
Mike Patrick, the last from Paul McGuire at ESPN. All those different people have been such a part of your life. They've been friends in addition to co-workers.
Lifelong friends.
See, DRT, that's something else. I believe DRT is something else.
John, I'll never forget it. We're doing John's first game at ABC was the Hall of Fame game, and that weekend he had inducted Dave Casper. So Melissa's interviewing Casper, and she asks him, "Why'd you pick Madden?" And he says, "Well, Madden made me better than I wanted to be." And I said, "Well, that's strange. He must have meant Madden made me better than I thought he could be." And I just went on and finished the game. But through the years, as I've worked with John made me better than I wanted to be. Like, he inspired you to work harder, to dig deeper, to be more curious, to think harder. And with that, just a ball. You know, I mean, just
good catch
on the bus and all
Go
those
for
things,
it.
So.
You know what? You've done many, many more games. So we go back to ESPN days, working the NFL draft before it was what it's become. You wanted all of us to be better. You had that same impact that Madden's talking about on all of us that you've worked with over time.
That's what he kept saying to me. You got to be better. Come on, man.
You know what the cool thing about this award, though, is? Pete Rozelle lived in the town I grew up in.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah. We weren't neighbors. We didn't live in the same neighborhood. But he would come to our high school games every once in a while. And to think that...
They tried running right. 74 can't get out ahead. Hey, bro.
You know,
DeJuan Jones is tired. He's been out there all game. Good punt. Oh, no.
Erickson, a nice.
Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, he fumbled.
To get the ball back. 2:18 left to give themselves a chance here to try to win this game. You mentioned the names. When you look at the names who have won this award, you're the first one who sat in the chair in the truck and produced the games. But you see Al Michaels' name there, Rune Arledge, Madden, Howard Katz, Chris Berman, Jim Nance, Lenny Dawson.
And a guy you got to tell a little bit about, and Dick Everson, the one that came up with the concept of Sunday Night Football.
So it's not kickoff, that's punt team.
Dick is the mastermind behind Sunday Night. He saw the whole concept through the NFL, take the premier primetime game off of Monday, put it on Sunday, flex scheduling, that whole thing. A cherished friend, someone I communicate with all the time. Mark Lazarus also I have to give, major credit to as well. But, Dick is I always said the holy trinity of sports TV was Rune, Don Olmeyer, Dick Ebersol, and just a phenomenal producer, marketer, and person.
Oh, no.
Penalty on the
Oh, no.
Threw it downfield with
Oh, no.
14 to go. You got a chance to sneak in a play if you really want to.
No, but you know what I do want to sneak in? The one thing that really doesn't get enough attention on this show, as I'm talking over the referee here, is how great the Sunday Night Football technical crew is. And it starts with the technical management. And, I've done a lot of shows at a lot of places, and every producer and director says our crew is the best, but really there is no better crew than these people. I've done like 670 games. I bet you Mark Lynch right there, I bet he's done about 660 of them with me. Tom Hayes, a replay operator, same type of deal. I love this crew, and there's never been a better crew in the history of sports television than the Sunday Night Crew.
And they feel the same about you. As the Jets get down to the 31-yard line, and that reception to E.J. Jenkins, we had the 2-minute warning. Enjoy tomorrow. Enjoy the weekend. Congratulations,
Thanks,
man.
man.
What an honor.
Appreciate you guys.
Bro,
It's been a blast.
As good as it gets. Frankie Deli. And Patrick Terensikov and Rob Highland in our truck now with our control room and our replay crew. Congratulations to Frankie Deli, winner of the Pete Rosell Award.
Shout out to you, bro. You won the Pete Rosell Award.
Because of these people, I'm beginning to understand real peace.
Ciao, Roberto.
Whatever it is that you and your friends do it somewhere else. Yeah, nice to decide your fate.
No, what's up?
They started a war, McCall. All the mafia will come to destroy you.
There we go.
I said 3.
We found multiple bodies. You kill him?
Rather like a kill. September 1st.
PNC Bank. You can find us in big cities and small towns across the U.S., where our focus is to always support the people who live and work there. Because you call these communities home, and we do too. PNC Bank.
Back in my day, we didn't have all these types of fancy chicken.
Pretty sure you have buffalo wings and fried chicken.
Well, we didn't have garlic parm or sweet bourbon barbecue,
And he had to walk uphill both ways.
and it snowed every time.
Yeah, right, Grandpa. You're from Miami.
NFL Kickoff Weekend, presented by YouTube TV, begins Thursday, September 7th on NBC. Streaming days live on your mobile device with NFL Plus.
NFL Plus brings you the NFL preseason. Rookie debuts and a first look at every team. Safe touchdown. Never miss a play with NFL Plus. Sign up today.
Can the Browns hang on to this lead? Can the Browns hang on to this lead? Have faith. Cam Mitchell interception to end the game here. That's what I'm going on.
From the pocket, throwing one deep and making a huge play to Malik Taylor down the field. Had a couple of opportunities on third down and slipped once and got one batted down, but I would say overall definite progress. And as always, the mentor over there filling in the gaps. But I think that Zach Wilson's opportunity to sit and watch and learn from one of the great masters is going to be a huge dividends.
Crockett back in the game to run it.
There you go. Way not to get pushed.
At the 30-yard line.
Third down.
Mark comes with 1:49 left. Jets with one timeout, a 5-point deficit. Preseason continues with the Jets in Carolina next week. They're going to have some joint practices with the Panthers in Spartanburg, Then they'll play Tampa Bay and close out against the Giants. It's to be the battle for bragging rights. Third and inches. Mario Crockett this time picks up the first down. 1:23 left.
They're running out of time. How many timeouts they got? They got one.
Two players that the Browns spent the offseason building around. We got Miles Garrett, we got Nick
Nickelodeon could produce a better Hall of Fame game. Thank you for the super chat, Rex.
the offense going to look like?
I think we'll be great. I think we got the right addition to our team. We got a lot of guys came in. I expect to make a big play for us, and I think we got the right addition.
And Miles,
Oh!
What does that mean specifically? Oh, we got a big play here. All right, incomplete. We can keep going. All the new pieces. What does that mean for you specifically?
Man, I can't really speak for myself as a defense. I'm looking forward to all these guys being able to make plays all across the field on all three levels. I think we have talent all across the board, and these guys can really fly around and make plays if we've seen enough.
And you got a new defensive coordinator as well in Jim Schwartz. So who wants you guys to lead the league in swag? I understand.
I think that goes along with playing the game with passion and a high level. When you're playing well, you're playing the best of your ability, you're gonna have a natural amount of swag. He's
He brought it to the team, and we're going to try to exude it ourselves.
Well, we're looking forward to seeing what you guys can do this season. Good luck. Bye.
Melissa, thank you. Two of the best third position in the league. 55 seconds left. Straddle with a shot towards the end zone.
No flag. No flag. Good coverage. Seatbelt. Seatbelt.
Let's see. At the end of this play, there was definitely a little contact. No chance. You get the feeling maybe if he had been able to lay out for this ball, it would have been a little more obvious, but no. Oh, yeah, got the arm a little.
Seatbelt. Clamp it.
You've been asleep all night. What do you think?
I'm wide awake, Chris. Come on. I think he's there a little bit early, and I think a defensive pass interference would have been the correct call on that one.
That was brilliant.
Good job, our three-time Super Bowl referee back with us, our rules analyst.
False start.
This play will be stopped with the flag.
Delaying offense, 5-yard penalty.
Let's go. Let's go. They choking.
At the time of the foul.
They're choking.
Another point I think we should make tonight is that Mekhi Becton did play in this game at left tackle and played pretty well. And as far as good news for the New York Jets, that may have been right there at the top of the list.
35, Streffler steps up, throws in the middle of time.
Oh, he dropped it.
Tanner McAllister, who was involved in the contact earlier, rookie out of Ohio State, couldn't bring it down. You see Mekhi Becton on the sideline, encouraging the offense. It's all for real 5 weeks from tonight. Lions, Chiefs, and Arrowhead. Kickoff weekend presented by YouTube TV. We'll start at 7 Eastern, and then we'll make the move from KC to MetLife in East Rutherford, New Jersey, for Dak and the Cowboys against.
That's such a trash opening kickoff slate.
All on NBC and Peacock.
All right, let's put it away here.
Backs up for the Jets. Got to get at least to the 20. Rambler, middle of the field.
Pick City!
And the Browns will come away with the win.
They run to the end zone.
All the Browns defensive players.
It's a flag. That's right. Here comes the flag, probably. We got a swag and a flag and a hat and everything down there.
All the way down to celebrate with their fans. And finally, the officials say we got to throw a flag on this. We got about 35 guys running down there, so it's too many. And they'll throw that flag for the excessive celebration. The Browns went to the Greenbrier, West Virginia, for 8 or 9 days to get their season started.
The play was an interception to Cleveland. After the play, unsportsmanlike conduct against Cleveland, personnel not in their uniform ran onto the field. That penalty to first half the distance will go from the dead ball force. It'll be first down and 10.
He said, what are you calling that for in the preseason?
Leave him alone.
What are you calling that for in the preseason?
Bubba Bolden out of Miami got the pick, and everybody can laugh at it now. It's the tone and the tenor of preseason. And Schwartz will bring something to this unit, you know? And he'll bring a little bit of that swag, but a lot of exo stuff, too.
Oh, yeah. There's no question.
Corey Thompson Robinson will be a good thing to take away for the Browns tonight. And also, the victory. Cleveland will play Washington next Friday. Then they close their preseason at Philly and at Kansas City.
All right, guys. Well, I think it's official. Browns are going to the Super Bowl. I think it's official. We're going to the Super Bowl. Just won the Hall of Fame game. I mean, what other conclusion can I take from that? What other conclusion am I supposed to take from that? Other than the Browns are going to the Super Bowl. I don't know what y'all want from me. I don't know what y'all want from me. You know what I mean? Because how am I supposed to watch that and not think, yeah, these boys going to the Super Bowl? Because they're going to the Super Bowl. Because the Browns are winning it all. Ray Rag says Jim Schwartz was booing the refs like for I already like him. Yup. Winners and losers of the Hall of Fame game. I mean, like Kellen Mond would obviously be a loser. Cade York would obviously be a loser in this game. The winners are all the rookies. I thought all the rookies had great showings for themselves. I will talk about this more in detail in a video that will come out later tonight, so you don't have to worry. But let me go ahead and make that video on these late nights. I don't like to be on super, super late. Yeah, plan the parade. There's no first cuts this year, by the way. There's just one big cut at the end of camp. Y'all have a great day. And I'll see you in an hour or two in your sub box.